Soggies. What happened to my breakfast?
Crunchitize me, Captain. Crunchitize! Eat the crunch. Be the captain.
Alright, hey everybody, what's up? What's up today? Oh, I got a problem with my, I'll just hide that, I guess, today. So, hey, what's up? What's up? You're the first chatter. I don't have the first chatter thing here right now, but, basically this stream is, yeah, you gotta love the wizard. Gotta love the wizard, man. So basically this stream, I was asked to, Tiberian couldn't make it today, so he asked if I could do, instead of him just doing a regular rerun of the collab, he was wondering if I could do the rerun and do some commentary with it. Just put in my own thoughts, I guess. Alright, so I think I'm just going to get right into it, because it is quite a long VOD. I think I am going to skip some parts of it. But this is just from a few days ago with when Tiberian had his collab with Marichess. Twitch.tv/Marichess is her channel. But I'm just gonna go through it and we're just gonna watch together. Hey, what's up, Blundergoat? So wait, okay. Let me fix this, because what's gonna happen is basically everyone, we're just watching a rerun of the Marichess collab with Tiberian, but I'm gonna be adding in some commentary, so it's gonna be a little bit more than a rerun. It's gonna be a special rerun. I'm just wondering if you can hear the vibe.
Join me on Zoom yet, so I have to wait for that. So, oh.
So can you guys hear the like the VOD playing? Okay, so you can hear his voice, because right now I'm running it through my music soundtrack, which is, it's really scuffed. All right, we're just gonna do it.
Oh, did you really? You're kidding me!
So,
wow.
Let's skip to the actual collab.
Sing. Can you hear me now? I sent you that link.
Here we go.
Can you hear me now? Same Zoom, because I don't have you here. Is it allowed? Oh. There she is.
Hello. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I was in the wrong room.
Yeah, you must have been, but that's okay.
I can't hear you, by the way.
Uh-oh, that's because I am muted. I'm better
Hey,
now.
thanks Splendor Goat for the 100 bits.
Can you hear me now?
Awesome. I can.
Let's
yeah.
go.
All right.
I don't have the alerts
So
up right now,
they're
but
telling me my background music is too
but
loud.
thanks so much for that. Tiberian's really really appreciative. I am too. I love supporting his channel.
Let me know when you're ready to actually go live. They cannot see you or hear you right now.
Oh, I'm live on mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then
I'm ex-Air Force, so we go live when we, whatever time I swore I was. So it was like 8 o'clock I had to go live.
Oh, wow. Okay, I am not punctual at all. All right.
Just different.
Introducing Tiberian. We are live now, chats. I'm here with Tiberian. He is an excellent chess coach and streamer and author. You write books too, don't you?
I do.
All right, Blender
I
Goat.
do.
Happy lurking.
Actually, I have one right here. And because you agreed to be on the stream with, I will send you a copy of my book.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So later, I already have, of course, your other information because we teach together. But you're going to have to give me your snail mail address. You can email it to me, and I will make sure that I send you a copy of the book.
Well, thank you. I look forward to it.
Awesome. Awesome. Hope you like it, too. That'd be great, right? All right, so
All right.
Alpha Canister says my music's too loud. Can you hear my music?
So by the way, everyone, Tiberian does offer his book, just so you know. And if you do buy the book, actually, I think he's offering, he'll send you the his book for free to your address. And if you leave a review, he'll give you, on top of the free book, he'll give you a lesson on stream. So basically, you can get a free lesson on his channel just for reading and reviewing his book. So that's another offer that I thought that I could mention. I think there's a command somewhere for it, but I just wanted to say that.
I can.
Do you like it?
I can't hear what you're listening to. Like, I can hear, like, faint piano notes, so it's probably not that loud.
I don't think it's that loud. Here, let me go turn it up just a little bit more so that you could hear it better.
Wait a second.
What do you think? You like it?
This sounds familiar. Oh my god, you did not. You did not.
Of course I did.
That is really wholesome.
Come on, you know I would. So you were talking about that I write books. I've written technical books. Let me turn that down now, though. Yes, I've written technical books, but I've also written. I just finished my first novel, The Time Warp King. I'm working on my second novel. I just drafted it, and my stream said, "Hey, how about you read the book on stream?" So I'm going to read my brand new mystery novel on stream, and I've written a whole bunch of short novellas, 5 of them already, about, now, have you ever played D&D? I think we talked about this.
I never have, no.
Right.
Yeah, we did talk about it. I think y'all were like getting a group together or something.
Yeah, but now you've seen The Hobbit.
Yes, I've
Okay.
seen it. I tried to read it, but I didn't get the part.
Yeah, that's all right. But you've seen The Hobbit, and you've probably seen Lord of the Rings.
I have, yes.
All right, so think of Sherlock Holmes in Middle-earth.
Whoa.
And Sherlock Holmes happens to be a gnome. Now he's tall for a gnome, so he's 4 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
But all the other gnomes are like 3 foot and change at best. So,
Wow, I can read a story about somebody shorter than me.
Hey, what's up?
yes, yeah,
Airfield?
everybody in the first story is shorter than you.
How you doing?
Wow.
We're just doing a
Wow.
This is appealing.
kind of a
So
watch party
I
of the
had to go out
Tiberian's
and
collab he
change my
had
background
a few
music
days ago.
to be Epiphany
good.
Peters'
I'm good.
original music scores.
Aw.
So I just have all your music on a loop right now.
Yeah, I
That
agree,
is
Blender
really
Goat.
nice.
She is very
I'm
OP.
just playing them all, and so that we could all enjoy it in the background as my background music.
I
But
like
didn't
this
ask
a lot.
permission now,
I
so-
like this I like this collab a lot because you know, Epiphany, she's really good with the tactics. She's really fast, but I've been taught by both of them for over a year each. So I have a year's experience with Epiphany, and about the same with Marty, and they differ in their teaching styles. Epiphany is really good with tactics. She's quick, very like calculation focused, whereas Tiberian Marty, he's very he's got a lot of good knowledge on the concepts and the ideas of chess. And together I've learned a lot, like putting it together, like if they were a duo, like teaching a class together, like two teachers in one class, that class would be worth, you know, like double or triple the amount of knowledge you would gain from one of them alone. So I think their teaching styles are suited very well together, because I've taken both classes, of course, so I know it firsthand.
You might end up suing me for. You know. I don't want to get into too much trouble, but I figure you know.
There's a large chessboard behind you. Wow.
Yes. This is like my wife actually surprised me, and gave me a gift that would help me with streaming.
Wait a sec, is that Batman? Are you wearing a Batman suit?
Well, I dressed up. I wore my tuxedo. I said if I'm going to interview Epiphany, I got to at least dress up and wear my tuxedo. So yes, I dressed up for you. But yeah, she bought that for me because I didn't want to do a green screen anymore, and she saw it, and it's like I guess it's a blanket, but of course you could hang it as a backdrop, and so yes, I have a very large chessboard.
That's really neat. I might have to like
get yourself one of those.
Like I mean, I usually just stream against a blank wall instead of a green screen.
I do like you do the colors, like right? Lights. I like your changing colors.
Thanks.
I do like that. Every time I've ever watched your stream and I get to see the changing colors, it just makes me feel good.
Yay! I'm glad.
Now we do have. I asked my viewers the other day to give me some ideas of questions to ask you. They gave me some good ones, but I have a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
So whenever I get to have a chess streamer on stream with me, you know, you got to ask them the standard questions, but I actually know these answers because I didn't stalk you or anything, but I did look, like, I just went and looked at your stream. It's right there on your about, so it's not like I had to go digging deep into anything like Wikipedia. Anyway, so first question is, how long have you been playing chess?
20 years. I started at age 4 when my parents taught me how to play. They taught me how pieces moved. You know, I played at home with my family for a couple of years, and then when I was 6, I started tournament play because I discovered a scholastic event at a local chess club, and I was hooked after that. So
that was at 6 years old you started playing tournaments?
Yep.
And the very next year you beat Strobex in a tournament.
This is true.
That's I don't know, Strobex. I mean, she's only been playing for 1 year over the board tournaments, and she beat you. Nice job. I'm trying to get Alpha Strobex to give me that game.
Oh wow! Somebody says fake news. A 6-year-old Marichess would be too small to reach the chessboard.
That would actually be funny to see.
Footage of me.
You know, I'm forgetting to even look
Mari
at my chat. They've been
too small to reach the chessboard.
Ooh, what is happening in your chat?
So Blundergo, I am not taking lessons currently over the summer because my school doesn't pay for it, so I really don't have the financial means to do it. But yeah, I do take it over both the semesters, the fall semester and spring semester. You know, over winter too. You know, like just the entire school year, I take it. But yes, when I do it, it is weekly. It is weekly.
Oh no, they're just chatting. I'm just not paying attention because I'm too busy talking to you.
Chess Wizard has posted baby merch on eMerch.
I like all this music. I like the different. Now it does go up loud and then go soft again. So I gotta keep modifying.
Yeah, I need to work on that. Like volume, I'm not great with like sound production.
Yeah, it's gotta get more consistent so I can use it as a background. I'll just use it permanently as a background. You gotta do something that's at least 2 to 3 hours long, even if you like edit it together.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome, Blundergo.
Background streams.
Because usually these the classes would you'd
great.
have to have
this
like
background music. It's just
a job
like
to
saying,
be able to
sometimes it
afford
goes
some
up
of
in
the
volume.
classes that these high rated coaches and stuff, like I see them. If I had to pay for it, I certainly couldn't do chess coaching. I'd have to like go to Wikipedia or something and just scroll through the forums on chess openings, you know? Like, so I'm pretty fortunate for this. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do when I get to college.
Oh, okay.
That was the last tournament that he played in.
Okay.
But yeah, he did play chess. My mom knew the rules and a little bit of strategy. She wasn't really much of a chess player, but we would play and practice from time to time.
So what drove them to teach you the moves?
It's a funny story. So one day, one of my dad's colleagues just gave away an old chess set. It was one of those computer chess sets where the squares light up and it sort of highlights the computer move. Now, of course, this was 20 years ago, and technology was not what it is today. But it was just a reason for us all to start looking at chess again, and so. My parents decided that they would teach me the rules.
Okay. Excellent. I think I learned the game when I was 8. And my dad taught me. And it was funny. He actually had like claims to fame. He would go play down. We grew up in New York. And so we lived in Brooklyn for a little bit. He grew up in Brooklyn. He would go down to the Manhattan Chess Club. And there was another one in Brooklyn. And he actually would play with people that actually played with and studied with and helped Bobby Fischer.
Wow, that's really neat.
Yeah, but he taught us how to play, and he would just kick our butt all day long. And it was the one thing I could keep doing with my dad. So I every time I'd go and see him, you talk about things, you hang out, but I could always sit and play chess with him. So it was like something we could do, and so we always did it. And my dad, till the day he died, we were about 50-50 when I got good, right? The best I got, we were still 50-50 when we played. About equal. But he would go play in tournaments and play terrible. I convinced him to go play rated games and just to experience it, And so one of the best things I have is that I have scores. When he died, I got to take some of the stuff, right? All the kids, I want this memento, I want that memento. I got his score sheets from tournament games he played. And because you had to all write them down, right? It wasn't like today where all the games are online. We didn't play online. I would have played my dad every day online if they had this stuff back then. But they didn't have it like 20 years ago, like you're saying. So but I have his score sheets from his games. So I can play over his games, and playing over his game, I feel like he's there with me. I mean,
that's really nice.
To me, it's one of the best.
Yeah, Blundergo. I was I think around that age is a really good time to start chess. Personally, I started when I was 8, and I kind of like Mari. I got a chess set it was either a birthday or something, but I got the chess set and just learned from the instructions, basically just reading the rules, how the pieces moved, and it kind of went from there. I just was really interested in the game. Yeah, I bet.
Reasons I tell kids today, and when we teach the kids, I tell them one of the first things they're going to learn is how to keep score, and I tell them you should keep score every
kids?
Game. Yeah, right?
You hear that, kids in the chat? And adults, too.
Yeah. You keep score of every
all
game.
y'all kids.
especially their tournament games. And then you can share it with your kids and your kids' kids, and it's just a way to share life. You know, it's like, oh, this is where I was when I was 6. Like, we could see a Marichess game when she was 7, and she beat up on Strobex. That would be great.
I think that game is actually online.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, we should go.
You know what's funny? So I actually have very few published games. But for some reason, the games of that tournament are published on the internet. I don't know why. There's something special about that tournament. And I was not a strong player by any means back then. I was in the novice section. So who knows why those games?
So how old was Strobex at the time?
I don't know, and I'm not going to dox him unless.
Oh, well, I mean, that's his claim to fame, that he lost a game to you. Yeah, I don't see it. Doesn't pop up right away when I'm searching, so I won't kill a lot of time looking for it. But that's just fun, right? I mean, that's fun that he could say, I knew her, and she beat up on me when she was only 7. So let's ask you some chess-related questions.
Well, I mean, how can you be boring, Blundergoat, though?
We have you on here, right?
I mean,
All
right, so
chess clubs,
chess, and I coaching,
they're supposed to be just pretty collaborative. I mean, it shouldn't be that boring, unless you're like paired against a really high-rated player. But usually the pairings are equal. If you're just playing, you know, like games at the chess club.
Yes. So I met you because you.
I haven't been to many. I've been only to one, but I don't go to it regularly.
Talking to myself because there was nobody else there, and he's like, "Hey, you might like this guy Sudaku's chess." And then I went out and checked out Sudaku's, and I liked his stream a lot. And I'm talking to him, and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm getting lessons from this girl. Yeah, Marichess, she's really good. You should check her out." And I was like, "Okay." So you know, I went and watched you give him a lesson because he streamed it. And I was like, yeah, really good. And then, as you know, we got to know each other because I also, just by weird coincidence at the time, you were living, 20 minutes away?
Yeah, I did not, I was wondering if that was part of the reason we had connected, but no, I think it was pure coincidence.
That was just pure coincidence.
Across the border, but
Yeah, well, I still do work at Notre Dame, right where you were. So I might live up here in Michigan, but I was working right down the block. So that's funny.
That was crazy. And then you also invited me to come teach the homeschool program in Michigan. And I think you didn't know at the time that I was from Michigan or that I had been homeschooled in Michigan, which I thought was really amusing.
Yes, that worked out. Another great coincidence.
To give back to the homeschool community in my old home state.
Yeah.
And also, it's complicated, but go Michigan.
Yes. Go Notre Dame. No, go Michigan. It's okay. No, that was great. So I got to ask you. I struggle with this a little bit, but what is the highest rating you would feel comfortable teaching?
Probably about 1900. I tend to skew lower. A lot of coaches who are close to my rating seem to be more comfortable teaching higher rated players, but I personally feel like I have the most to offer to players who are at least 300 points below me. So that tends to be where most of my students fall, and I think if somebody's rated above 1900, I would honestly probably turn them down. I don't necessarily think that I couldn't do it, but it's just not something that I typically do. And I think I also want them to have room to grow. I don't want to have equaled or surpassed me after some years, and I don't want to be the limiter to their growth. So gotcha. I know my limitations.
Excellent. Now you're teaching some very much beginners. I mean, you're teaching grade school kids.
Yes.
And on our homeschool online, you're doing virtual training, and you're doing it for some grade school kids. So you're doing it everywhere from beginners that like how do chess pieces move, all the way up to, like you said. Now, when you say 1900, you mean over the board rating, USCF rating?
Yes, USCF.
Okay.
FIDE is a different story. I mean, that's higher than my FIDE rating. So.
Okay. So what do you find works best for teaching beginners? The children, not the... We'll go to the 1900 in a minute, but what do you feel works best for the children?
I mean, obviously, I start by teaching them the rules. I teach about things like checkmate and stalemate and the values of the pieces. And, you know, I try to get them started with some opening strategy, like right away, so they know how to start a game. Because, you know, you teach a kid how to play chess, the first thing they want to do is go play a game. And, you know, they want to show their mom or dad, hey, I know how to play chess. And so I teach them, you know, how to get started. And,
Right.
like, you know, like literally from the first move, some things to do in the opening. And I also teach the basic check things, you know, king and queen, king and two rooks versus king, things like that. And then I just sort of fill in the gaps. Maybe more opening strategy, some middle game stuff, some a bit more technical end games, tactics, lots and lots of tactics. I'll teach them pins, forks, skewers, you name it.
Do you feel like your teaching style is pretty much the same as most people, or do you think you have a kind of a unique style?
I mean, I think definitely for beginners, I follow what most coaches would follow. I don't have an established curriculum per se, but I do just have a collection of, you know, materials that I will teach to, you know, beginner students. I guess you could call that a curriculum in a way. But yeah, I follow a plan. And, you know, I've talked to other friends who coach, and, you know, they typically follow something similar.
Okay. So now they wanted me to ask you, do you have a chess coach?
I currently do not.
Okay. Are you still serious about getting the NM title?
I am, although I've taken a fairly long break from tournament chess for personal reasons. But I do intend to get back to playing soon. I haven't been studying as much as I used to, but I've been extremely busy with teaching and streaming, so it's, you know, it's less like a lack of motivation, more just that I haven't found a lot of time to sit down and work on my own chess, as opposed to that of my students. But I do intend to, you know, get back into the tournament scene when I can.
Okay. I feel like you're for a lot of us, we're living vicariously through you. You're kind of living the dream. Am I wrong in thinking that you're...
Now, I do want to say that both Tiberian and Marichess, they're not currently doing any over the board chess competing, but both of them do want to start going back into OTB and getting the NM title. I think Marichess is a lot closer. She's only, maybe, is it 50 rating points or less away? Tiberian, he's still got a few hundred, I think. Either he's at the high 1900s or 2000 rating. So he's like expert, considered expert. But both of them, I think they really can get to NM if they try. So I think Mari, it's going to be a lot easier. I think she's going to, I mean, I don't know personally, but 15 rating points USCF, I know it's harder when you're higher rated. But from all the chess and streaming, you know, it might not be as beneficial as actually putting in studying time, but still doing all of that chess through streaming like they both are, it is helping them. I think I see improvements in players that don't particularly study chess, but they might stream it and play a lot of games. And even if you play a lot of games, it usually doesn't hurt your chess unless you're playing the games wrong, like you're not analyzing them, or you're just purposely playing bad and, you know, not taking it seriously. But I think it would be quite possible for both of them to get the NM title really soon. I don't think it's going to take a lot, so I have a lot of confidence in both of them.
Profession right now is all around chess?
Oh, I would definitely say I'm living the dream. I can't argue with that. Yes, it is chess lessons, chess streaming, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
So
Honestly.
you and Hikaru are full-time chess professionals.
I mean, I can't compare myself to him. Like,
Right.
obviously, I don't have the viewership or the income or the skill or any of that.
Sure.
Compared to him.
But you're a chess I mean, you live in the dream. That's a nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's excellent.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, I'm excited that you can do it and that others can do it because it's a dream for a lot of people to be able to do what you love. And I take it you enjoy playing chess a lot.
Oh, I do. I love chess.
Okay.
I mean, there's been times I get really frustrated on stream or off stream.
No, never. Come on. I can't see you getting upset and frustrated and angry.
I can't tell if you're serious or not.
I'm always serious. So we had a streamer when I first started. We lamented Sudakus and I. We ran a tournament. I think you might remember it because we invited you maybe to commentate, not to play, right? Because you were too strong. But we had our Mayhem chess tournament, which was kind of like a POG championship, and it was 8 streamers, beginner players, and we gave them lessons, and then they played each other. And Sudakus and I were looking at the other day. It's like almost every one of them has stopped streaming. And it's been...
That's too bad.
I know. It's been almost just a year. And so one of them, who I think is coming back, was the Chill Comet. And that was his name, the Chill Comet. But the Chill Comet, for whatever reason, didn't realize, and it reminded me of I love movies. It reminded me of I think it was the last Die Hard movie. But he'd lose a game, like he'd be winning all the way, right? And then he'd lose in the last move, like he'd get mated, back rank mated or something. And he would cover his camera and then curse up a storm. And then take his hand away and go, "Sorry guys, I had to take a break." And I'm typing to him.
Did he mute as well?
No.
So wait, how does hiding his face help with the cursing?
Because like in Die Hard, the last Die Hard movie, Bruce Willis is, it's for Die Hards, it was like, wait, what's this internet thing, right? He doesn't know anything about it. And he's talking to the bad guy via Zoom. Not Zoom, but video conferencing. And he's talking to the bad guy. And so Bruce Willis covers the camera and says, "All right, guys, we're going to go do this and this and this and this." And the guy looks at him and goes, and actually the bad guy goes, "Covering the camera doesn't stop the mic." It's like hilarious. and the Chill did the same thing. He'd cover up his camera and curse up a storm, and then he'd take it away and go, "Okay, I feel better now." And I had to type, and I'm chatting to him. I'm going, you know that doesn't stop the mic. We heard everything.
That's hilarious.
So,
Pro streamer.
no, I'm always serious. I can't see you getting upset. I haven't seen you get upset yet. I guess every time I see you, you're always happy, you're always smiling, you're always having a good time.
That's not always the case.
I've gotten pretty tilted on stream before. I mean, I definitely do curse up a storm sometimes, especially at my friends. They beat me.
Yes, I appreciate you watching your language for this collab. I know it's not, I know sometimes you get a little wild, but that's okay. You're young.
I apologize to Chess Wizard in particular.
Yes, he keeps going. I know he's a big fan, and he's a student, right? And he's always on your stream, and I'm like, okay, does your mom know you watch her? No.
I also apologize on behalf of my friends who are maybe watch their language a bit less.
Wow. Yes. I only get it the times I get in trouble when I have a guest on. Either I'm interviewing them or they're playing.
At this point, I just don't like. I've watched Marichess enough that it doesn't bother me anymore.
Like, oh wait,
because there's just so many other streamers that I've been exposed.
So we talked a little bit about chess. We're going to talk more about chess, but I got to know how much original music do you write?
Oh my God, Malin, thank you so much for the gift. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So as far as original music, I often just sit down at the piano and compose.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think, all right, I'm going to compose a piece today. I just oftentimes what happens is I sit down at the piano intending to practice an existing piece, and then I just start composing. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse because, like, on one hand, like, I just make music, but on the other hand, sometimes I lack the discipline to actually get my practice done, and so I think my classical repertoire is lacking. But yeah, I also don't usually write down my music. If I have an idea, I'll just turn on like the music memo on my phone, or actually lately, now that I've connected my piano to my computer, I actually fire up Streamlabs and I'll record just the audio. So I have like an audio recording of an idea, but then I have so many of these partial ideas saved up, and most of them I haven't managed to turn into full recorded compositions, either because I haven't thought of the ideas yet, or just
Like, I have the same thing. I do the exact same thing where I like record my piece that I like come up with. It might not be like an entire piano piece, like, you know, like 2 minutes of the song or something. It might just be 15 seconds, and it might be the melody or something like that. And I'll record it, and then like only a few have I ever really put a lot of time into practicing and expanding them. And I have so many built up that some of them have even been lost. I'm like really mad because of that, because I remember they were really good. I just can't remember. I don't have the muscle memory in my fingers to remember those originals that I made. But I do the same thing. I do record it when I'm playing on the fly.
haven't gotten around to them. So, like, as far as published, like, I consider published when I put it on YouTube. I only have a few.
Yeah, 8. You have exactly 8 that I can find.
Ah. I don't even know how many originals. Hi, I'm Brandon. Welcome to the community.
So how long have you been playing the piano?
Also about 20 years.
Okay.
Although I was so I started piano at age 4 as well. I think that was a good age for me. I learned everything. But I didn't start. I was not particularly serious until I started taking formal lessons at age 10, and then I stopped.
Are you asking me, Blundergoat? Because
I've only played
it's gonna be a little bit till I have that goal of NM. I probably just want to get a rating, a USCF rating right now. I just want a USCF rating no matter where it is. I want it over 1,000 at least. But if I can get over 1,000, because right now I don't have a rating. It's got like a question mark. It's like pending, whatever you call it.
I'm a life coach.
I forgot the word, but
I
don't have a real rating yet. So my first goal is to get a real rating, and then I'll work towards
I'm much older than you.
then I'll work towards NM or whatever my next goal is.
As a life coach, I can't help myself, so I always give advice. Right? It's free. It's cheap. Nobody wants it. But I would say that if you just every stream that you do, you either end or begin with even just tickling the keys a little bit.
Hey, what's up,
It'll
Marichess?
just keep those.
Thanks for the subscription. Tiberian would be so happy. I mean, I'm happy for Tiberian. I have to be happy for Tiberian, you know? So, yeah, we have Marichess 2 on stream. I'm just kidding. So, Tiberian was gonna have a rerun because he couldn't make it today. So then he like called up the one person that would say yes to this, and it was me, of course, and he asked if I could do a rerun but with commentary, have a new look on the collab. So I'm just kind of like putting in my thoughts sometimes, but mostly it's just for your guys' enjoyment. Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. The third wait. Where was I before? Maybe in Chewy's stream? Were you there? Anyways. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, Blundergoat's everywhere. I see him too.
Those your flow going, and you'll find yourself doing a lot more music.
Well, I've made it a commitment to practice an hour every day recently.
Perfect.
Is this true, Marichess? Do you really practice an hour a day? Do you have like a tight schedule? I know. I think you mentioned the schedule, but I'm so bad with like my piano schedule. I can't practice. Like I just can't find the time to sit down and practice. We got a slacker. But yeah, I'm the same. I just cannot. I can't create like a piano schedule. It's kind of like when it comes to me, it comes to me. When I feel like playing piano, I'll play it.
Perfect. Yeah, they say normally a half an hour is enough, but an hour is better. That's twice as good.
I mean it's not always easy to water comments. I don't know if I should even read this comment, but
Uh-oh, you got somebody being bad on your stream?
nah, not inappropriate, just I don't know. I don't know how to respond to this, honestly. Well,
I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah, I wish I had the
So you don't do a lot of piano.
I wish I had the
study right
your
now.
chat pulled up
you're trying
too.
to play at least
I don't
an
think
hour
I
a day.
can, but I wish I did.
I mean, I'm working on right now Maple Leaf Rag.
Okay.
I'm trying to play the tough middle section and Turkish Mark.
Now, do you read music?
I do, but not as well as I like to.
Okay.
My sight reading's pretty poor. I mix up notes a lot, and
Okay.
I struggle with the sense of rhythm. It's not, my reading skills are not up to my playing skills.
Okay. Do you play by ear at all?
Often. Yeah. I have started something on my stream where people can name pop songs or really any genre, not classical, but like non piano songs, and I will do my best to recreate them on piano.
Nice. And do they have to play the song for you, or just tell you what it is?
Usually just tell me what it is, and then I'll either know it or I'll look it up, and then I'll try to copy it. Sometimes I'll just remember pop songs, and I'll just play them on piano. Other times I'll have to look them up.
This is like
Although
where I
have a hard
personally
time
struggle
completely
because
learning,
I cannot, like, I'm not into the memorizing part of piano. Like I can't play by ear or memorize pieces as well as I can sight read. So that's my only strength really, musically, is just sight reading. I wish I could memorize the songs and then play them back and create a repertoire. I have a small repertoire, but not as big as it should be. So I need to work on that. That's one of my goals.
But yeah, you're just making me miss my dad. You're just pressing me today. Okay, let's get to more fun stuff, so I can stop being depressed. And so, how much do you study chess now?
Not a lot, honestly. I keep talking about it. I've talked to friends.
That's great,
and always
Blundergoat.
like,
That's
We
great.
should study together. We should do this and that. Look at this opening, but it just barely materializes. I do woodpecker method sometimes when I have a chance. Or very recently I started doing Puzzle Racer on stream or with friends or just by myself.
So why do you like Puzzle Racer, and why do you like the woodpecker method? Tell us.
Yeah, so the woodpecker method, I think I still have a command about it because I was like, not sponsored by them, just like shilling it because I loved it so much. It's very repetitive, and so it really helps you like get the patterns down. And the easy exercises are they're easy enough that you can go through them pretty quickly. So like once you see the same positions over and over again, like you basically memorize the solution. And that's a feature, not a bug, because most of the time when you're doing puzzles on like Elite Chess, you see the puzzle once and then you move on. And of course, that's good too. It's good to figure out the position. But if you train the same positions over and over and you memorize the solution, then that means you've internalized that pattern. So it's not a failure of the system that you've memorized it. It's a success because you've added those positions and those tactics to your subconscious. And so my anecdote is that I gained 50 points in 6 weeks after starting the woodpecker as a 2100.
This is some deep theory right here.
Of course, it was not only the woodpecker. It's partly that this was post-COVID, and I was probably underrated from not playing for so long. But the woodpecker definitely helped, especially because I was playing in action tournaments a lot of the time, and it was those quick tactics. There were several occasions where I saw one move deeper than my opponent in a time scrabble that won me a lot of rating points.
Nice.
As for Puzzle Racer, I found, honestly, this is probably not the best answer, but it's helped my bullet chess a lot, and I like bullets. So.
Wait. Why do you say it's not? Why do you say that? You act like I don't like bullet.
Well, I mean, it's probably, I don't know how much it's helpful for my regular chess. I do think, okay, so for students, for newer players who still need to build that board vision and recognition, it is absolutely useful. I am recommending this to my students to help with board vision. And, I'm trying to host Puzzle Racer. But, for stronger players, I don't know if it's as helpful. But I've definitely noticed just in the past week.
You do, Marichess. You do talk with your hands a lot, definitely. One thing. So I like, in this collab you talked about how Puzzle Racer and Bullet, like the faster time controls, and the Puzzle Racer helped a lot with a lot of beginner players. But I've heard some like controversial stuff, because I heard this and I'm like, I trusted this, but then from another source I heard that it wasn't good. Like, you should not ever be doing like the Puzzle Racers for beginners. That's for only like stronger players. So it's kind of weird. Like, so I'm not sure. I think my opinion from what I've learned is that it helps to a point. Kind of like you said, like I think I side with you where it's better for the beginner players to do Puzzle Racer and the fast. Like, you can't do like all fast chess. Like, you can't do Bullet 24/7, of course, but it does help with getting in a lot of games and getting into those positions where if you like played, let's say a classical game a day, you're only going to get so many positions to analyze. Where if you play Blitz, you're going to get, if you played 10 Blitz games a day, you get a lot of positions. And it might not be the best quality chess, but it makes you like chess aware. Like, you're just aware of more things, more openings, more end games. Basically just not as boring. You definitely get like a very wide variety of stuff. So I do agree with you on this, I think. Yes, that's what I was trying to get to, pattern recognition, of course. Yeah, I think Blitz suffices for most things when you're talking about speed chess. I think it's the nice in-between between Bullet and Rapid. Yeah, I agree, Blundergo.
A sharp increase in like my speed of calculation. Like, when I'm playing Bullet, I found some tactics that they just kind of came out naturally. And Malin, are you surprised that Puzzle Racer is good for chess improvement? At your level, absolutely, because you're still building that pattern recognition, that board vision.
So
do you notice how Tiberian? Do you notice how Tiberian clicked on your profile, went to your games? The very top game was just a Bullet game, and he kind of just like hovered over it, and he's like, we're gonna go for this one. He's like, this is gonna be a good one to analyze. Let's do it. I don't know, like on stream, I just found it hilarious how you guys just went over a Bullet game. I had never seen it like that before.
Oh.
You got people talking bad about themselves?
No. Melee is
No, I'm saying
confused about...
saying that they're not good enough, or
Oh, well, I want to say that it's also what you make of it. So if you do Puzzle Racer, but you just speed through the answers, like if you're just rushing through and you're focused more on the speed aspect than actually getting them right, I think it can be bad. But if you actually do care about getting the puzzles right, then I think it's really helpful. But yeah, I recommend a lot of
That'd basically just be like,
I think we could
wait.
probably
That'd be like so funny if you just did like a rerun with commentary. Oh, whoa, Blundergoat, thanks so much for the 100. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man, I wish I had alerts. I just can't because, you know, I'd have to have Tiberian's account and stuff, but man, I wish I had some. I should have like a video and just hit play and it'll be like a video of the little cheer animation. But thank you so much, Blundergoat. Oh yeah, well, I was gonna say, like, it would be so funny if you did a collab rerun, but then you had the same streamers come on to like review the collab just to like criticize what they said. Like, that would be like gold. That'd be gold content right there.
I could probably spend the next hour and a half that we have, less than an hour and a half left. I'm not going to keep you for more than 2 hours. I know you had to take Advil and everything. I feel so bad. I didn't.
Well, I don't. Please don't feel bad. I'm like fine now.
Okay.
I'm actually
see.
fine. I just had a...
Let's see. Advil took it all the way to about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Way to go, Advil. Way to go.
a rough time there in the evening, and
Okay.
I feel completely fine. So
Okay.
don't worry about it at all.
Okay. So I will tell you that we could probably just talk about speed and playing speed and the good and bad of speed. So I preach to my stream a lot about not liking bullet, not liking blitz even, and tolerating rapid. But the reason I do, and I try to explain it to them, the reason I do that is because they're talking about, I want to get really good at chess. I want to get better. I want to improve. And I'm like, okay, then why, when I go see you play, all you ever play is bullet? Because they're not you, right? They're not Hikaru Nakamura. They're not anyone like Carlsen, right? They're beginners, and they're trying to play bullet, which means they're not thinking. It's just, and I watch them. They just throw pieces away. They're not even making moves, good chess moves, even basic chess moves, because they're just trying to win on the clock. And that's all they do is try to win on the clock. And so I try to get them not to play bullet and not to...
Should I rename the title to sponsored by Advil? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I do agree that, yeah, when you're a real beginner, like just learning chess, really that pattern recognition doesn't come into play until you fully understand what you're doing. So yeah, bullet at the real beginner level, it doesn't make any sense.
To play even a lot of blitz, but I think there is a very good place for it. And let's come back full circle. You were talking about puzzles, and you're talking about the woodpecker method. I gained, I don't know how many points, but I did really well in a tournament after I studied the Lev Albert's 300 most important positions. It's that little pocketbook.
I'm actually not familiar with that.
Oh no!
Maybe I should study it.
You've never seen this one?
Oh, if I've seen it, then I certainly haven't looked at it.
Okay, so this is pre-internet craziness going on, pre-woodpecker, and what he has is just 300, and I have mine is written all over. I've got notes, I've got paper things in here. It's worn down because I studied it, right? And he says at this time, this is let me see what date we had this copyrighted. It's in here somewhere. Should be copyright printed. Okay, in the United States, printed originally 1997, and then reprinted in 2000.
I have this book. I think I have this.
So 22 years old.
Yeah,
right,
I
that's
have
what I'm
this
saying.
book.
22 years old. It's a little bit. This is older than you, but no, it's not. You're a little bit.
I haven't
older,
read
right?
it, but
so
I have it.
But what he teaches in here is he has
Hey,
all
what's
these
up?
positions.
What's up,
and they're
Malin?
based on different.
I gotta pause the whole thing just for this. Yes, this is the rerun. I'm doing a little bit of commentary on it. He was just gonna do a regular rerun stream and just let it play through, but he thought what would be better than the one and only Wizard commentating on all this action going on here. I'm on the edge of my seat watching this, guys. Like, I don't know, I just can't contain myself. But hope you enjoy.
Concepts and principles, and he tells you
Let me give you a
it's
shout out real
okay
quick.
if you don't solve it.
Oh,
Try
now
your
I feel
best,
bad because I
and
gave
then
Malin a
only
shout
spend-
out,
and
and
he
I have
tells
to
you
give.
spend no more than so many minutes.
I have to give. Wait, let me scroll back in chat. Let me scroll back. Wait. Okay. We have just two more. All right, I'll play it.
Then go look at the answer, or look at the hint first, and then look at the answer. And it's okay. It's okay. He was way back then saying it's okay for you to memorize the answers to these puzzles. To these
That's a good
300.
thing. No,
Hey,
I'm
thanks,
completely in
Blundergoat.
agreement that
Yeah.
if you know something,
Let's go.
it's better than actually having to figure it out.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And
That's
so
awesome.
he got me into that mindset of, okay, I don't have to be able
Check
to
out
solve
the
puzzles
emotes.
if
Check out
I
the emotes
memorize them.
now.
That's okay. I didn't go about just trying to memorize. I tried to solve them. And I definitely I saw my game improve immensely after working on this. My tactical awareness was much better. So
Oh, by the way,
I
so Blundergoat, now that you subscribed, Tiberian has this really good deal because, he's streaming to, not a humongous crowd of people. So if you subscribe, you do get one free lesson on stream with him. I think it's an hour-long lesson. You can schedule it in his Discord. There's the Discord. But yeah, one sub equals one lesson. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah, you can get it too, Malin. Just go in the Discord. I think it's like hashtag schedule a lesson or something like that. And yeah, I think on Sundays, maybe on Sundays. But he does have select days where he'll stream the lesson, and he can do it offline if you want to. But yeah, I'll contact him about that if you're interested in getting a lesson from him.
even though I tell my stream all the time, I don't like Bullet, I don't like Blitz, what I'm starting to lean towards for the benefit, because this is always good in everything, right? There's good and bad in almost everything. I would say that some of the good that you can get from Blitz and Bullet is what you're talking about, is if you are playing those patterns and you're looking for those patterns and you're able to play those patterns faster and faster and you recognize them and use them. And if you watch like the strongest Bullet players out there, and if you don't, just watch like even Eric Rosen, right, playing Bullet. They are going off of patterns. They know the opening patterns, and then they know the middle game and tactical and attack patterns. I don't know how many times I've seen them go, oh, and this is checkmate, and it's like 4 moves before the checkmate is landed, but they know it's a forced checkmate because they recognize the pattern. So I will say that that's a useful thing. I invited you to a study.
All right, let's check it out.
Can you go to the study that I invited you to?
Yes.
Thanks, Blundergoat.
Because that way we can. And if you
I'm
sync
not sure if
you
he
know how to
allows
sync,
that.
right? Because you use this for teaching. I know you know.
Maybe he did it
yes.
once or
I
twice with
actually-
some
I will
people
be
who didn't
right
want a
back.
lesson, but they wanted to donate their
Go
lesson
ahead.
to somebody else.
All right, guys. So we are interviewing
talk
and
to him about
discussing
it.
and collaborating
If you
with
don't want the
Marichess,
lesson,
Epiphany, and
if
just
you,
asking her questions and hanging out.
If you don't want the lesson, then yeah, I'd love a free lesson. I've been chess starved over the summer, you know.
Oh, there you go. I know. Where's Selenia? Oh, okay. I didn't recommend it. Epiphany did. I actually bought it. I like this one better. I want to do this. I do this one using the woodpecker method. I love the idea and I love his method, but that's like the first chapter or second 2 chapters. I don't remember exactly. And then the rest of all the puzzles that you're supposed to use. And I like these puzzles actually better than his puzzles. Just my taste. And because I probably already knew this one. So I like the woodpecker method. I don't always recommend that you would use his group of puzzles for it. And you could do any group of puzzles for it. and you can actually create it yourself. So one of the things that I did, Sudakus, if you remember, I did it for opening studies. I showed everybody how you can use Lichess to create a study and make it an interactive study to learn the opening moves, to learn them in order and memorize the opening moves. You can use it also for these puzzles. So, I want to load all of these puzzles. Now there's 300. I can only do 64 chapters in a study, but that means that what? I need about 5 studies. And I can have all of these as interactive puzzles that I can do at my leisure and keep learning them and keep learning them. So, project for myself. In fact, someone showed me there's a website or a tool, I think it's software, Vision Chess or Chess Vision, where you could take these puzzles, feed them through a scanner, and it'll turn it into a Lichess puzzle for you. So you don't have to create these. But then again, creating them, taking the time to create them helps indel it in your brain also. So just one of my pet projects for my improvement is to put this in, and I believe I already started it. I'd have to check for sure, but I thought I might have already started it. Let's see if I have 300, anything with 300 Spartacus. No, I do not have anything with Spartacus or Lev Albert or Lev. So no, it doesn't look like I started, but I thought I had started that study to check it out. All right, she's back. So I was just confessing, Marichess, that I actually own the woodpecker method. I checked it out. I liked the concept and the method, but I wasn't crazy about his puzzles. I like these puzzles better, but it's probably because I already had done these. These are puzzles I'm used to. So, but I do like those puzzles a little better. I liked his idea. I liked the method. I just wasn't crazy about the puzzles he had. But anyway,
Gotcha.
So you in the study?
I am, yes, so, I see. Is this my game?
This is your game, and it's a 1-minute game you played on stream while I was waiting for us to get together. I was peeking. I want to go through this game because this is a bullet game, guys. And when I tell you that you shouldn't play bullet, I'm not talking about you guys that are 22, 23, 2400 Lichess, and I'm not talking about you guys that are really high rated over the board. I'm talking about all my beginners out there, all my students. I don't want you playing bullet, but I mean, you can for fun. It's just don't lie to yourself and say, this is how I'm going to get better. I'm going to play bullet. Right? Yes. I agree, Metal Eagle. Writing it down. So we get a Vienna. Not a Vienna Gambit Dretz. I love the Vienna Gambit. By the way, so far, and this is a 1-0, so there is no increment, correct?
Yes.
All right, so you've used 0.3 seconds. You've used 0.3 of a second. And you still haven't used a whole second yet. In fact, you made all those moves without having to think too much. This was your long think here. This move here was your long think. That was your long think. That took you a whole 0.3 by itself. All the other moves put together was like 0.7. That was a 0.3 all by itself. That was your long think. All right, but the game goes on. And by the way, Marichess, last week I taught blockade. I've been going through my system. Nimzovich is my system. This week, we're working on exchanging. When do you exchange? Why do you exchange? The benefits of exchanging pieces. And so it's interesting right here that black has an opportunity to exchange, pull your pawn over, and play that way. So I just had to point that out for my viewers. He chooses not to exchange. And by the way, Marichess is, what is her rating in bullet? 2603. That is scary high rating in bullet, right? And I think you probably did this as a casual tournament, though, knowing you.
Yeah, I usually make my arenas casual.
Sure. Especially if you're going to play in them, it's kind of fair because you're streaming.
My opponent is in the chat.
Oh, good.
I just fiction.
Nothing wrong with that. And I was just going to say that you're 2603, and your opponent was 2606. So guys, this is high level, right? This is high level bullet. When I tell you not to play bullet because you guys are like 1400 bullet, or 1200 bullet, that's what I mean, right? These guys are 2600. Let's see what they do. I'm impressed. Marichess is now down on the clock she spent 4 minutes, guys. 4 seconds. She spent a whole 4 seconds. Her her opponent had to think harder. He's used 8 seconds. So this is a tough game. Now I saw you pre-move.
As soon as I see this now, I clearly missed something cool here.
Oh, tell us. You can move the pieces.
I want to see if the chats can figure it out. What was white supposed to do here instead of queen takes e2?
Okay, because we are what do you call it? Synced. So they can see it also. Right? I mean, you can move it and they,
yes.
I think I see something. But while they think about it, I will say that I noticed that you were pre-moving that queen move earlier, even when the first time when you thought he would trade, and then he didn't trade, but then you kept pre-moving. So sometimes, right, you miss maybe something because you're making pre-moves. But I'm wondering what you think you missed.
Oh, well, Chess Wizard sees it. It's bishop takes c5.
Yeah, but that's because
better
you're hitting
to grab
the rook.
the bishop pair.
Right, because you're hitting the rook too.
I think we take the rook. This is just good.
Yeah, and this knight can't get away. Well, he could get here now. But then he'd have to let your bishop get away, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I did too. I did see it. And here's my poor thinking, Marichess, and where I need to get my act together. Because as you know, I'm not as high as you are over the board, but I like to think I'm not a slouch, right? So I look at this and I say, oh yeah, I thought you do that, but then I thought, oh no, you just take, he takes back, and so it's a trade. Missing, I'm not even looking up to see that your bishop also hits the rook, so you'd get the rook out of it.
Well, I mean, I obviously did not see this during the game.
Oh yeah, sure. Sure, but you spent a whole no seconds on that. That was a pre-move. 0 seconds on that move. You pre-moved it. So you could have pre-moved. By the way, I learned by watching people that you could have pre-moved this one, but then
and I should have, yes.
Well, what happens if he had moved here then? Would that still be...
Well, then we trade bishops, it's fine.
Okay.
But I've been told that I pre-moved too much, especially in the opening. That's actually advice that I've been given.
Oh, by somebody really strong, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched. So you think you pre-move too much in Bullet?
Thanks, Blundergoat.
I watched my students pre-move in Classic.
No, don't do that.
Oh no, I'm gonna get
know,
called out.
I know, but this is what I struggle with with my students. I'm like, wait, why are you?
I'm getting called out.
In fact, somebody on stream that's your student, I've seen pre-move in Classic. And
wait, are we calling somebody out?
Well, I'm not going to out him, right? Because I would never say anything. But I will say his name rhymes with Chess Wizard. All right, so they take, and you pre-move. You get your queen move in, and we get more trades, right? This is, like I said, what I was...
Yeah, thank you so much, Blundergoat.
It's talking about trading. And by the way, now your opponent,
I'm completely busted.
Used a gaudy 11 seconds. 11 seconds.
For a second, I thought maybe no one would...
Only 5 seconds.
No one would think that Chess Wizard and Chess Wizard were two related things, but I guess I was caught.
Strong, but it's also not well defended. So
yes, I mean that does look like
okay, I think I was playing like a really low beginner, like somebody that just gave away their pieces, like they were new to the game or something. And, they had just learned how stuff moved. And I bet they were probably clicking on the pieces to see where they could go and then just, like, choosing where to put it. But, yeah, I was pre-moving a lot of the trades and even, like, the mating net and stuff. But, yeah, I should have taken my time and just enjoyed the raw classical feeling. Like, the raw feeling of playing classical chess. It's precious in its own right,
Less than a whole second. But so that's an example to me about patterns. How did you knew that he could pop in there, obviously, right? I mean, you saw that he could get that square. Mm-hmm. And so he went where you expected. So either you were pre-thinking back here that when I chase his knight and he goes here, I got to cover that square. Or is it just a pattern that you've played this? Have you ever played anything like this before where you're covering that square?
I mean, it's just, okay, knight can come to c2. That's like a typical 4.
And it took you a second to recognize it. So I want to stress, besides we're going to get to the part I really was excited about, but I want to stress the fact that when I say that you are playing very well, and that I can see where Bullet is okay, and I've talked about John Bartholomew playing Bullet. He actually not only plays Bullet, but he explains his moves while he's doing Bullet. How can you do that?
I should try that.
It's amazing how fast he's moving, and you're like, you got to be running out of time, dude, don't you? And no, it seems like he's still, and he does get into time trouble occasionally. But anyway, the fact that you see this in less than a second, right, is excellent. That vision, although it's like good for Bullet, I think it's good for any chess, because in a classical or rapid game, you might not make that move right away without looking deeper. But the fact that you see these things faster gives you more time to think through the more complicated moves. And so I think there's a benefit to.
Oh, sorry guys, the sound was really low. That's my bad.
Bullet, but there's a benefit. That always scares me because it gives the bishop less squares. Now. But obviously he's trying to get this bishop out, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and we push, and even moves like this, like, okay, what was it, because you didn't want to do anything else with any other piece?
Well, this is a very typical idea in the closed Sicilian, which I play often, to just fiend out of the bishop and then hit him with e5.
All right, gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, and
so
oftentimes, black pushes on the queen side, and then this diagonal becomes weak with the rook lined up.
So it is a bit of pattern recognition from when you play the close Sicilian.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. That's the kind of questions I'm curious about. All right, love it. And finding that move, how long did that take you? That one took you 0.4 seconds. So that one took you a while. You actually thought hard. But still pretty quick, right? I mean, come on, 0.4 seconds to see that the bishop only has 2 squares left. That's impressive.
Oh, thank you.
And so you get to win the pawn and get rid of that.
Well, but then he gets a pawn back, which...
Yep.
He sees instantly.
Yeah, but, I mean, and you got to decide which pawn is... Yes, and he does, right? He does see it instantly, which, again, is why he's 2,600 and change. But to be fair, he's not as quick as you, because he's got 34 seconds left and you have 48. All right? So it's going to get... chase the queen. We like playing chase the queen. Now we're piling up. Look at the 2 bishops looking powerful. We got the queen. We got the rook. Looking scary. Looking scary.
Yeah,
this is
where I start to get really nervous.
Yeah. I was getting nervous for you.
I was just thinking
that. Did you take time? Here you took...
I was just thinking that, Blundergo. Yeah, we should do some ultra bullet analysis. Hardcore, hour-long ultra bullet analysis. Oh, that would be so much fun. Well, we could actually get some high-level chess if we analyzed, Andrew's, and Andrew Tang, right? Really, really, really good at hyper bullet and ultra bullet, like a beast. And his games are, they're really good. I mean, he's a flag master, of course, but it would actually be if I didn't see the time control and just went over one of those games, I'd probably think it's a rapid game between 2 1400s or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, we should definitely do some ultra bullet commentary. Get some of that going around.
You took a whole second there.
I started to take time here because I realized that queen d4, for instance, is threatening. I mean, if my queen moves, I'm getting time.
Yep. So you took a full second here. You took another second here. Me, it's pitiful, but for me to play bullet, I would have been like, well, can she take there? No, I got it covered. Okay, now I can do, that's how fast my brain, but I'm old. So you're young. Being 24 also helps with your brain cells. You could think faster. That's a proven fact, right? That you could still think faster.
I guess so, although I do hope that, as I get older, that won't change.
No.
I'll try to stay my brain.
I'm sorry.
Working.
Just accept it. As you get older, your brain is going to slow down. Hey, Just take a look at why doesn't Kasparov playing anymore? Why isn't he playing for the World Championship?
I guess so.
Don't worry. You have a long ways to go before your brain slows down. I feel like I'm depressing you. All right. You're reading chat, though. Tell me you're reading chat and I'm not
Chess
depressing
Wizard
you.
says acceptance is the first step.
The acceptance.
That's easy for you to say, Chess Wizard. You've got like 100 years before you start getting old.
It was pretty easy for me to say.
Well, compared to me, Epiphany, you have 100 years too. Okay, yeah, seriously, I could have, never mind. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about my brain getting slow. But anyway, so we get the pile-ups. Oh, it's beautiful. This is like classic piling up on weak spots. And what does Nimzovich say? He says you're going to trade pieces eventually when the pressure gets too big. When the pressure builds up enough, you're going to trade pieces. So I'm loving all this. All right, he finds that. He's got 26
Wait, does that
seconds.
mean...
You have 42. You have almost...
Does that mean that when the pressure builds up too much, you trade pieces? So you know how beginners, they love trading pieces whenever they get the chance. So that must mean that beginners really feel the pressure all the time. Like for move 1. Like they're just feeling the pressure. I actually didn't think about it. Well, I guess I did feel a lot of pressure when I was a beginner, because I was trying to compare myself to like high rated players. I was like terrible. There was a lot of pressure, try to be better. So I was like, whenever that actually makes sense when you're not. Yeah, I can see positions like from a long time ago where I was in a really pressured position and then I would just trade off everything and probably lose the game, but that I really like that.
Twice as much time as he does, and we get an attack going. I love it. All right.
I considered actually. I want to look at something here.
Sacking?
Would the Greek gift be sacrifice be possible here?
Go for it.
I didn't have time to analyze this during the game, but I want to look at it. So here. There's some complications, which are that queen to h7 is not checkmate, and also bishop takes d3 is possible. But then if here, I can win.
No, do you go here first? Don't you go here first?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? That's just mate. Okay. Wait. No.
Wait. No, it's not mate. But yeah, isn't that
the queen's protecting the rook? I can't take.
But that's the right way to go, right? You got to go that way.
Then I have to choose. Do I want to take this rook, or do I want to?
Or do you want to throw another check and just get a draw?
Yeah, I don't know. So this looks like it's not the most effective.
Very good.
Or instead of bishop takes d3, I think actually black can just like ignore the
check altogether.
Threat on h7 because it's not actually a mate threat. Oh, theoretical Joe says hi.
Hey, tell him I said hi.
I mean, he can hear you.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I forget that he could hear me. So, and the queen could just come back to threaten mates again, right?
Yes.
But yeah, so this is where I do tell my students that where I don't want them playing because they don't have time to look that over. So, I tell them, what are you learning? If you can't even take the 20 seconds it might take to determine if the Greek gift is a good option at this point, it's like you're missing out on that opportunity. But we're going to keep going forward in your game because you still impress me with what you do find.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the attack here.
Yeah, and and he's doubling, and now he's got 1, 2, 3 again on the pawn against
scary.
3.
It's scary.
It is scary.
But I'm up on the clock too, and I'm definitely banking on that a bit.
Okay, you take with the knight, and now is where I get impressed. So you have 36 seconds left, and granted, you start off by I'm going to find checks, right? As other Gotham and others will say, find a check first, right? You don't need to take it right away. You got to check. It's protected.
Oh man, Chewy gave the line that happened in the game in the chat. That's
funny. Sweet.
Predicting it.
See, that's impressive. Unless he watched. That's impressive. Because I could give the line because I watched. And so I'm watching you march that king, and you could have taken the rook.
Actually,
and you say no,
so-
I'm not taking.
So Blender Goat, I haven't been able to play Joe a lot, but we are very, like, from the few games that we've played, I think our score is exactly even. Let me actually just check that real quick, because I do think, like, just playing him, his playing style and stuff, we are very similar, I think. Just like in the way he plays, our score. Just somebody who I found who is around my level, you know? Just a second. There we go. So we played 8 times right now. 8 times, and I've won. So I got 4.5 to 3.5. So I am up 1 game, but that might have been just playing Blitz or something in some arena. But yeah, I think we are very well matched opponents. Yeah. We should do. That would be cool. We should do a match. Well, what time would control? Anyway. Yeah, I'll look into that. That'd be fun doing a match with Theoretical Joe.
Taking the rook, I'm checkmating him, and it's like, wait, how did you see all that? And let's go back. Granted, all you did was, to be fair, you're chasing the king. I tell the kids all the time, chase the king, chase the queen. Great games, games to play within the game. But let's say how much time it took you for these chasing the king. That took you a whole second, 1.2 seconds to decide. So you took time compared to the rest of the game. And then this one took you a second. And this one took you, yeah. So you actually slowed down for these last 3 moves. But I was so impressed that you found this mating net in a bullet game. With your
It is a very nice mating net. It's like just the position right now. It's very pretty. The rook covering the 7th rank, the pawn covering d6, the knight right here. Yeah, it's really pretty.
From here, you'd be like, oh, okay, and you find out that because the pawn can't take, right? And you're like, this, and it's like, okay, find the win, and you have an open field win that happens, an open court or open field, whatever you want to call it. Out in the open board, you're mating the king near the middle of the board. And you did it in bullet. So when my students can do this in bullet, I'll tell them, go play bullet. I was impressed. I was partly impressed also because I am terrible at even blitz. I'm not good at blitz. But that is one of the reasons why, again, back to the story we're talking about, that I am going to play more blitz. I play for fun once in a while, but I'm going to try to play with understanding and recognizing those patterns, like the woodpecker method, so that I can exercise those patterns.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. Like, I credit Puzzle Racer with some of this. I mean, Bullet's been better since I started doing Puzzle Racer. It's only been like a week. So, yeah.
Well, it makes sense, right?
Joey, the point of this is not to roast my opponent. Jeez, you know he's in the chat, right?
No, we're not roasting him at all. In fact, Epiphany, you didn't even make the top 3 in your tournament.
I did not. Well, my tournaments are usually like that. I mean, yeah.
What's up?
Rarely win my own.
What's up? My name is Buffalo.
If I remember correctly, also he was in first place.
We're just doing a commentary on a rerun of Marty's Tiberian's collab with Marichess.
Yeah, I think he still finished higher than you. So yeah, we're not roasting him at all. I'm just saying how impressed I am with your ability in such a such a time scramble. The whole game is a time scramble, and you were making real chess moves for the most part. You missed one tactic you said in the opening, but you know.
Wait, which one was it? Oh yeah, Bishop takes c5 here. That's the one I missed.
Yeah, but still, I mean, and you missed it partly because you pre-moved. If you didn't pre-move and you took a millisecond, you might have said, "Oh wait, this is better." Might have. All right, so.
Well, you found a quality bullet game. There are some that are not quality, that's for sure. But you found a quality
that would kind of defeat the, that's not, we're trying to get the good Marichess games to show. Why would I want to show bad ones? They want to show bad ones. All right. So I find that my students, but also just visitors to my stream, I find people in general, they all want to study openings. Eric Rosen, I feel, became famous on Twitch because of the Stafford Gambit. So I got to ask you, how much time do you actually spend when you're serious and you're getting ready for tournaments? How much time do you spend studying openings?
Quite a bit, to be honest. I mean, I have a chessable repertoire with everything I play. Like, it's a repertoire I made, and I'll compile stuff from various sources. But I put it all together, and then I'll just train that, especially like in the week leading up to tournament. I'll just make sure that I'm current with all my lines. So I definitely devote a lot of time to opening study.
I have to learn how to do a chessable repertoire. I have to figure out how to make one. I'm not sure if she's just talking about the if she's talking about like just if she made it her own. Like I don't even know if that feature. Wait, did she make her? Maybe she made her own book, like chessable course, and then just made it private or whatever for herself. Maybe that's what she did. Maybe. Because I don't have like a personalized repertoire, but I have like the books. Like I have courses, just lined up of different openings, like the London. Oh no, I might get banned for saying that. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think anyone can make a chessable course. I'm pretty sure. I haven't been doing the a lot of chessable lately. I haven't looked at the UI in a while. So I'm not an expert on that. Not that I'm complaining, of course, Sudakus. Why would you complain? Hello, Sudakus. So yeah, we're doing a commentary on a rerun of Tiberian's collab with Marichess. And I'm just adding in some commentary right now. So this is from a few days ago, but Tiberian couldn't do a stream tonight, so he was just going to have a rerun, but he decided to ask me if I could do some commentary on the rerun. So it's more of like a live rerun, and I get to still interact with chat and stuff, because you guys are just the best, am I right? Same, Lundergoat, same. You don't need past 10 moves, really, to be honest. Unless, because like past 10 moves, then it's more natural moves, I think. Then you get past kind of the, like, take for the Sicilian, for example. After 10 moves of the Sicilian for black, you kind of know what to do after that. Like, your instincts and the principles kick in, and they'll carry you to the win or whatever, getting an advantage out of the opening. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, you did not have the woodpecker method? Yeah, that's a great great book. I haven't read it, but I have read up on the methods, like the woodpecker method, like a lot of that stuff. It's been so long. I need to study more chess. Yeah, definitely Blundergoat, 5 to 10 moves. Even I mean, there are traps past that, but a lot of them, you're not going to find many traps past move 10, because then you're looking at like a lot of high level traps. Like, beginners aren't going to go that far into the game and then find a trap and make it popular. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be like a trap in the first 7 moves or whatever to be really counted as a popular opening trap, like that people are going to get into. One that does go past 10 moves that you have to know if you play it is the what's it called? The fried liver attack. And if you play the main line, or if you play the newer line, or I guess you don't have to memorize as much if you play the newer line with knight h4, I think, or something like that along those lines. But yeah, that's a trappy opening that you do kind of have to know past move 10, but it's pretty easy to memorize. Anyways, what's up, Sudakus?
You're doing what I try to preach, and what I try to teach them is you're studying your repertoire. I'll get my students, they'll be like, ooh, I'm going to learn the Stafford Gambit, and ooh, I'm going to learn, you know, this and that and this and that, all these traps and all these tricks, and they don't have a repertoire. They're just learning like every opening because they want to win quick. They want to win. They're back to bullet and blitz. I want to win as many blitz games as I can, so I'm going to go study up on the Stafford Gambit, but they'll never play it in a tournament. You know, they play all these other things. So you're studying your repertoire. So let's talk about that. What do you feel is the benefit of having your personal repertoire where you've actually gone through and found moves that you like? They might not, I'm assuming they might not be the top main line, but they are a line you enjoy or that you feel comfortable playing, right?
Yeah, I mean the main point is that it's a position that I like playing. For instance, the close Sicilian is not necessarily objectively best. I mean, if you were to ask an engine, it would prefer the open Sicilian, but the positions I get from the close Sicilian are very much suitable for my style. You know, you have to go for the king side attack. It's also a lot less memorization, and so it suits me personally, and I'm now very familiar with it. And then, you know, by building this repertoire, of course, I can't memorize everything. The repertoire is just too much. But by having this database of lines, then when I play a game and I wasn't sure what to do in the opening at some point, I can check that game against the database and see where I deviated so I can learn it for next time. And that's also what I encourage students to do. Like, you don't memorize a ton of stuff, but if you play a game and you run into a spot where you weren't sure how to continue, you can check it against, you know, in the case of the student, like lines that I've given them. But it's about having a consistent, like in theory, you have an idea of how you'll play consistently each time, so you don't have to keep, you know, relearning stuff.
Excellent.
Wow, okay, my chats.
Your chat's blowing up. My chat is being very polite and quiet. They're not saying anything to me. Which is good because I'm not replying to them. I'm too busy.
I'm sending people over to your chat. Y'all should go say hi in Tiberian's chat.
Yeah, talk over here because I'll ignore you and you can talk to each other.
Talk over here, I'll ignore you.
That has got to be one of the best quotes ever. I'm gonna send some people over to your chat. He's like, oh good. So now that you can come over to my chat so I can just ignore you. That's priceless right there. That's a priceless quote. Oh my goodness.
Come on over. I'll ignore you because I'm too busy talking to Marichess. That's the focus today. So I warn them, though, that I'm not going to engage with them as much because I'm here for you. I want to talk to you. So that to me is what I want to do when I collab. I want to be able to spend my focus on you. So when you also, do you believe or do you agree that by knowing your openings, it makes your opening play easier so that for the most part, unless they throw weird things at you that you're not expecting, your first whatever amount of
all right,
moves,
see you, Blendergo. Thanks for stopping by.
Time, and you've now saved time off your clock for when things do get complicated.
Oh, absolutely. That's actually something that, you know, I haven't been keeping up with my opening studies as well lately. And so one thing I found is that when I'm playing speed games, like often in Blitz, I'll get in a tough position out of the opening, and then I'll have to recover on the clock and on the board. So even though I'm playing better chess later on in the game, I'm trying to recover from that.
Agreed. Okay. So you do a good amount of studying on openings when you're serious and prepping for tournaments, because that's what I'm always trying to get my students. They're always asking, how do I get ready? How do I play serious? How do I get better? How much tactical study do you do? So I take it we're talking the woodpecker method. You're doing puzzle, racer.
Yeah, so typically before a tournament, I'll do a lot of woodpecker method. And, what I found is like the morning of tournament, or if it's a trip, like during the car ride before the tournament. If I'm not driving, that is. I will solve a lot of the easy woodpecker method. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is comedy gold. This is actually comedy gold. You're just driving and doing woodpecker method.
I like telling people all the time that it's really easy to nap when you're driving, when you're on a car, especially when you're driving. But yeah, take that nap.
Malin, oh my god, this is so unfortunate. Okay, did you?
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
You're gonna have to share. We don't know what you're looking at.
No, this is so unfortunate. Okay, so Chess Wizard's sub ran out there on the screen, and he got an ad, and then Malin tried to gift him a sub, but gifted to the wrong username without the underscore.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Malin.
No.
Aw.
Malin gifted to somebody who had they didn't have the underscore in their name like I do, and so they got a free sub to Marichess. But oh man, I feel so bad. Like, if I would have, like 2 years ago when I made my Twitch account, or like maybe even farther back, if I wouldn't have included that underscore, if I would have like had my username more basic or something, like just Ches Wizard 1, this could have all been avoided. Malin wouldn't have had to waste his money on somebody whose account is probably dead or something. Oh, Malin, you're still in the chat, man. I felt so bad when I saw that. I felt so bad. But thanks for trying again. Thanks for trying again and gifting another sub. Yeah, I really appreciated it.
So he gifted it to some person we don't even know named Chess Wizard without an underscore?
Too busy laughing.
Man.
Oh, thanks, Malin. I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry. Like,
That is so hard. Oh.
Thank you so much, Malin. That's really kind of you. Ow! Oh man, that's really kind of you.
All right, so we got opening. We know that you do tactical while you're driving, right before the tournament.
Wait, no.
And, no,
I drive safely.
Oh, sorry.
I look at the road when I'm driving.
Safety first. But so maybe you could put those tactics onto like audiobooks, and you can no. But how much time do you spend with positional? I told you we're going over my system and looking at Nimzovich, who's like the positional master, right? Do you spend any time thinking or going over pawn breaks and positional considerations, or is it just tactical and openings?
I mean, I definitely used to do a lot more positional study. I was working through some of the Jakob Ogard's books. Although, yeah, I haven't done that in a while either. But yeah, I was definitely working on some positional stuff.
Okay.
I need to work on my positional chess a lot.
I forget.
Which is not as much.
What sort of routine I was working on. I remember when chess.com had like lessons, the old type of lessons, and there was this amazing course with like 300 positions by Silman. I am Jeremy Silman, big fan of his works, and I was going through them like every day, and that actually really helped my positional understanding. Unfortunately, that seems to no longer be around. Oh, actually, one book that I really like is called Under the Surface. In fact, I have it right here. This book, it's not a very big book, and it's more like a list of concepts than anything to like. Well, I mean, you work through it, but
okay, Under the Surface
helped transform my chess understanding.
All right,
definitely a big fan of this book. For lower rated players, I would definitely recommend Jeremy Silman's Reassess Your Chess. I've recommended it to some of my students, and it actually helped me personally get to 2100. Even the book is geared for, I believe, 1400 through 2200, but I was on the higher end of that. But I realized, as an expert, I didn't have a lot of positional understanding. I would play based on intuition, but I couldn't really explain why I was making the moves I was making. Excuse me, guys? Wow, I'm getting comments like I would not get in the same car as Mari. And can Mari see over the wheel? Yes, she has a booster seat.
They're trolling you. Come on. I have a 30. By the way, I have a 31-year-old daughter, and it took a long time before I felt comfortable walking in the street when I knew she was driving. So it's okay. You're only 24. If you told me you were driving over to the chess tournament, I might make sure I got there way before you did, and then not be anywhere near the front windows or the doors just in case. You never know. All right. So we got positional. How about end games?
End games. Ooh, I was also doing. Man, I'm trying to remember. Like, genuinely, I've forgotten which books I was working on, which is pretty unfortunate because I remember I would actually play a lot of like king and 8 pawns, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. Just like set up a position with like kings and 8 pawns and like play it against friends. So that's an activity. It's not for everyone, but it's way more interesting than you might think.
All right, I have this book now. I'm going to go buy that book after we're done. I've never seen Under the Surface. So with your recommendation, it looks like a book about icebergs, but I'm going to go ahead and check that book out.
It looks like a book about icebergs.
I'm going to send you my book so you can read it at your leisure. And I'm going to bug you for a review when you're done. But I'm going to buy this Under the Surface and check it out. I already own Reassess Your Chess, so I also am a big Showman fan.
Another book that I used a lot is Endgame Strategy by Shereshevsky. It's a pink book, and I owned it for far too long before actually studying it. But it's a really good book. Okay,
we're doing books. All right.
What else did I do? I mean, most of the stuff is books.
I do like Essential Chess Endings, Explained Move by Move. Guess who wrote it?
Oh my God, is it Jeremy Silman again?
Yes, it's a Jeremy Silman book.
He wrote a good endgame course too.
I haven't finished going through it yet. But as you notice, I keep a highlighter in it because I write in my books and I highlight I believe books are not just to be read, they're to be experienced. So people that keep them pristine, I don't understand because in fact, like if you read my book and you make little notes about phrases that you liked or that you found interesting, or I'd be honored, right? I'd feel awesome that somebody took the time to write a note in my book. So that's another one for you. Yeah, that's
Theoretical Joe points out that 100 Endgames You Must Know is an excellent resource, and I have to agree. With that one. Oh, The Amateur's Mind. That one's also really good. I like.
Yeah, I have that book.
By Silman again. And these are just the books that I have up here for reminding me, thinking, and streaming. So I need to get time again. But I'm like you. I'm kind of busy. I'm writing. I'm drawing. I'm teaching. I'm doing streaming. I'm playing tennis. I'm working. Oh wait, I have a job. My job isn't chess. See, if my job was writing and chess, then I'd find time to do the extra things. But yeah, I don't have that. All right, so but you did study endgames, but you're not finding much time for positional and endgame study right now.
Yeah, or just chess study in general. I mean, tactics are really easy to study because you just fire a puzzle race or woodpecker, do a few, and you have a chance. Even standing in line at the grocery or something, I'll just pull up Chessable. I'll do a couple, but it's harder to do more involved book study on the go.
I gotta ask you a question. Let's clear this board. I'm gonna put a position into the study.
Oh, we're doing this.
Just a little. I'm just curious, real curious.
Okay.
I'm just real curious about something. All right, and let me put this into our study. And so it's a new chapter in our study, and I think this is about right. It's not perfect, but it's about right. Do you think you would know how to win this as white?
Well, I don't think it's... Wait, is it white to move?
Yeah, sure. Just in general.
Is this a win for?
I don't know. In general, would you know the process of the rook and a pawn and a king versus?
Don't feel that this is a win for white because black's king is blockading the pawn.
Ah, okay.
So this is essentially this is a Philidor position.
Okay, so I feel a little bit better. So it's a Philidor position. Let's see. Yeah, it says it's dead equal. It says it's dead equal. So there was a position somewhat like this. I don't remember the exact position. So obviously it wasn't this, I would assume. But what got me was it was two grandmasters playing recently in the GCA tournament that's going on right now. And there was a win. The announcers, right? So the position wasn't exactly this. So I don't know what the
Maybe
position...
the king was up one rank.
Yeah, let's say it was, and let's just say it was here.
I'm curious now.
So it's still equal.
But still, though.
Let's just make bad moves for a moment. And
now we're threatening mate, so maybe the rook is here and it's white to play.
Okay, so
That's
there I didn't.
I
oh yeah, there you go.
Happening.
So now it's mate and 10. Okay, so let's say it was like this. The announcers both said, "Hey, white." They watched the moves that white made, and they go, "We don't think white knows how to do this."
Well, if it's this, then it's pretty straightforward.
Well,
so
and I'm not sure what it was, but the announcers one was an IM and one was a woman's grandmaster, and they both said, "Yeah, we know how to do it," and the white doesn't know how to do it, and by black's posture during the game, they said black knows how to win this game as white. So the grandmaster that was losing knew that it should be a win for white. White didn't know how to do it, and it ended up being a threefold repetition.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was. I found it extremely interesting that when I'm watching that a grandmaster wouldn't know how to do it. Now, yeah, this is trouble because if he goes here, don't you just win the rook?
Ooh, Pumpkin says it was with the pawn on the G file, not the F file.
Okay. I don't remember the exact position. I do remember that they both were clearly saying it should be a win. And it wasn't even, I mean, it was like a basic win that white should know. So you're saying, he said it was like this? And I don't know if the king was behind the pawn. If the king could have been over here. I don't know. I don't remember the exact position. I just remember that both announcers saying, both of the commentators saying white should know what, white should win this. This is a one game. White wins, yay! And white didn't know how to do it. And what threw me though, like I said, was just the fact that they were both grandmasters. And I just assumed if you're a grandmaster, you would know how to do it, right? I don't know how to do it off the top of my head.
I would assume that for sure.
Yeah. So, studying endgames still seems to be worthwhile. I mean, you look at what they keep saying about Magnus Carlsen is that he's better at endgames than everybody else. And that's one of the reasons he wins so much, because he could get you into an endgame and win. And Chess Wizard, the one with the underscore, not the other one that got the...
yeah, not the other one, man.
Chess Wizard, I watch him play games on like my stream and stuff, and he'll play opponents, and he'll trade down even if he's losing in material sometimes, because he knows the end game better, and he ends up winning.
Go Chess Wizard!
Yeah. So he definitely lives out the idea.
Hey, Mr. Food Lover, what's up? How's it going? We're just doing a commentary on a rerun of a collab from a few days ago that Tiberian's doing. Tiberian's in the bottom left. He's doing a collab with Marichess in the top left. So yeah, I'm just doing a rerun and commentating on it. We're having some fun.
So I'm always trying to figure out how to get from Club A or Club B or Club C to the next level up. How to get from 1400 to whatever the next is. It 1600? What is it, right? So obviously we got to get our ratings better. That's how you get there. And you got to win games. But do you feel like, since you're shooting for National Master, you made it to Expert, and that means you went through all the club levels. Now you made a jump really far. I don't know the history. But do you feel that there's plateaus and sometimes it's thinking different, thinking faster, having a different understanding of certain things, or is it just that you just need to keep playing and get better?
I mean, it's hard to say because a lot of the times when I plateaued, I was a kid and, I wasn't necessarily so conscious of what I was doing. I would just go through a study regimen. I would play a ton of tournaments. And then, like, one day the plateau would just magically break and I would get to the next level. And, as an adult, I don't really have that. Partly because I'm a stronger player and it's harder to.
All right, Sudakus, happy lurking.
Anymore, so that magic
Thanks for
is
stopping
not the
by.
same as it used to be. So I can't speak to really what I changed to break out of. Let's say I plateaued when I was getting to 1800. I think I got stuck in the 1790s for months, which I thought was an eternity as a kid. And now looking back, like, I wish I could be stuck somewhere for months. But I think my most recent, like, my really tough plateau was getting to 2100. Like, I got stuck in the high 2000s for I broke experts at 13, and then I tried for I think 2 more years to really reach 2100. I got close, but I had a bad tournament. Like, every time I would get close, something would go wrong. I peaked at like 2090 twice.
Wow.
Before finally just giving up. I mean, I quit tournament chess pretty much altogether for most of my teen years, partly because I wanted to focus on school and partly because I was just frustrated with my lack of progress. And I was studying very hard during those years, but I think one of my problems is that I was not focusing enough on the positional aspects of chess. I was definitely focusing on openings and trying to memorize my way through chess. But A, that's not a great strategy, and B, I have a terrible chess memory, so I wasn't getting all that much use out of it.
I have a terrible chess memory.
As I mentioned before, I think reading Reassess Your Chess actually helped me break into that next level, which is kind of funny because, again, that's a book generally intended at lower rated players who should already, or at a 2100 level, I should already know that stuff. So it turned out that the gaps in knowledge I had between, let's say, 2000 and 2100 were not your typical expert's gaps in knowledge. I probably knew some things that were for high rated players, but I lacked a lot of the positional understanding that probably other experts had. At least that's my guess. And even when I broke 2100, I know this is funny to say, but I felt that I was a bit overrated. Looking back, I had several tournaments as a low 2100s player where I was pretty much losing in every game. And, I would get into these bad positions because of poor positional understanding. So I was hanging on by a thread, and it was honestly sheer willpower and a tactical skill probably that helped me recover from those lost positions in win or draw. But I didn't probably have the positional understanding that a 2100
we got a dab
had. And what really I think catapulted me into like the mid high 2100s was gaining the positional understanding.
So it's interesting. So we start off by saying, I don't know, but then you gave me great answers. So let's talk about those great answers. One of them sounded like a certain amount of tactical prowess and an ability. That got you so far, 1800s maybe. And then you said you plateaued and waited and struggled. And then when you got to 2099, wow, you're like 2090s, you're like, I just need to get over that next step.
Yeah.
And you felt like a missing component was the positional understanding.
Well, I didn't know it at the time, obviously. Otherwise, I would have gone and studied that more.
Sure. So what is that?
Oh, people can redeem channel points to make me dab.
Was that a dap?
Yes.
Oh, I thought daps were that.
Like this.
Oh, there you
like,
go. Yeah, if you tilt the head, I guess.
Wrong.
Yeah, the other ones just look like you.
Am I dabbing wrong?
No, I don't know if there's a wrong way to dap. I don't know.
I do think Mari's form is a little off on that, guys. I do like Tiberian's dab a little bit more. Not gonna lie.
What do I know? I'm not a DAP expert. Hey, moms. Hey, spaghetti. How's it going? So yeah. All right. So I think there is. Now, of course, you know, you could be. I grew up when I first started playing. My dad taught me the French and the Roy Lopez. I only learned 2 openings, and I learned. I read my system probably when I was 15 or 16, and I started serious tournament.
Yeah, Malin, let's just look at Mari's again. Let's see.
And winner draw the mid.
But then you gave me great answers, so let's talk about those. You said you plateaued and waited and struggled.
Okay, I think
and
it's
then when
coming
you got
up.
to 2099, wow, you're like 2090s. You're like, I just need to get over that next step.
Yeah.
And you felt like
all right, here it
a
comes.
missing component was the positional understanding.
Well, I didn't know it at the time, obviously. Otherwise, I would have gone and studied that more.
Sure.
Yeah, that like where you do this. Like, I'm not sure if you can see it, but like she's doing this. Like, that's not really like how it goes. Like Malin said, you need to be like face and elbow, and then you said other arm out. Yeah, so like more of that. Like, you gotta have a little bit better form, Mari. A little bit better form on that. Not bad. E for effort.
So what is that?
Oh, people can redeem
All right, let's,
channel points to make me down.
I didn't expert. You know, you could be. I grew up when I first started playing. My dad taught me the French and the Roy Lopez.
Yeah, she
I
does.
only learned 2 openings, and I learned. I read my system probably when I was 15 or 16, and I started serious tournament play when I was 16. So I was reading my system at the beginning of my chess adventure, and so I was very positionally trained from the very beginning. I didn't get tactical until like last month. You know, I just started learning tactics with the internet. So I got up to what I'm like 1958 right now, and that was based off of a ton of positional stuff. And I feel like what I'm lacking is this tactical stuff. So I think you can get to a plateau through different paths, but you always need something to get to the next level, right? I need more tactical play. You might want more. You might have needed more positional understanding. Somebody else might need an end game understanding because they don't understand end games well enough. Somebody else might need to actually study openings because they never did and they don't have a repertoire and they're getting behind on time.
That's me now. That is honestly me now. Like, since those days, my opening knowledge has definitely lapsed, and so when I play on the internet, it's pretty clear that I actually struggle out of the opening, and that's something I need to work on.
So do you think that your opening has suffered, or do you think it's just that all these people playing on the internet, that's all they study, and so you can get 17, 16, 1,500 rated players on the internet that know openings, memorized lines and openings?
I think both. I mean, I think I personally, again, so I'll say this. I mean, partly it's because, you know, I feel, okay, my chess memory, again, as I said, is not the best. And so I struggle to put things in my long-term memory. And so I find the best use is to really work on openings before I'm going to play in a tournament. And since I haven't been playing as much in tournaments, I haven't found so much reason to study them. Whereas I feel like positional understanding and, you know, tactical understanding is something more long-term. At least that's my personal philosophy. I don't know if it applies to others. But I also do think that players definitely know more about the opening now than they did before. You know, my student Theoretical Joe, who just actually left the chat, his name would suggest extremely good with openings. But, you know, despite how much he studies, he also faces other players who are just insanely prepared for their rating. Okay, Chewy, fine. Our student. Okay.
So does Chewy teach Theoretical Joe, or does Chewy just...
Yes, we both teach him.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if Chewy was just so active on your stream
is
that
the stream
he felt like he was teaching Theoretical Joe.
Malin or somebody, is the stream like stopping for a second, like freezing? Because I'm seeing like a lot of red in OBS, like it'll go red for a while and then go back to green. Is that happening? Like it's just freezing up? Um, uh, okay, it isn't too bad.
While you were
Alright.
streaming.
I'll just keep going.
I didn't know.
Nah. Sorry. This is too funny. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's insane what players know.
Yeah, I mean, I
It
think
is
a lot.
insane.
I find that they're not studying end games as much, though. I find that a lot of these players, they are studying tactics a ton, and they're studying openings, traps especially. Like I said, I think they're all in love with quick wins. I think it's the sexy thing right now is to go play a trap opening that they know, win in the trap, and then they feel like, hey, let me show you this. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, oh, they fell for that trap. Okay, I could see 5 more games like that. Thank you, because it's like this, it's only
so
7
fun.
moves deep. It's how much you
So
gonna.
fun.
Yeah, they do enjoy it though, and I can understand there is an allure and a lot of fun to winning those games quickly and with the exciting traps.
Did you guys see that?
I'll only ask you
There's
maybe
another,
1 or 2 more serious questions.
There's another like sad dab right there.
A lot of fun to winning those games quickly and with the exciting traps. I'll only ask you maybe 1 or stand. There is an allure. Thank you, because it's like this. It's only
so
7
fun.
moves deep. It's how much you
So
gonna.
fun.
Yeah, they do enjoy
Yeah, that was like half-hearted right there. Half-heartedly dabbed.
it though, and I can understand there is an allure and a lot of fun to winning those games quickly and with the exciting traps. I'll only ask you maybe 1 or 2 more serious questions, and then we'll see if we could do some fun thing real quick for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I am honestly like not tired anymore. I really think I was dehydrated and I drank a lot of water, so I'm okay.
You should hydrate. That's things I learned in my long years. When you're dehydrated, you get headaches. You don't feel good. It can
That's
be
what
really
happened,
bad for you.
100%.
So, how do you deal with a tough loss? Like, you're winning, you're doing really well, and then you made a mistake or a blunder and you ended up losing.
I don't. No, but I am actually not great at dealing with tough losses. Like, that's been one of my... So, in the past, I think my inability to deal with these tough losses has been both a blessing and a curse, because when I'd go to a tournament and I'd find myself in a losing position, especially against a lower rated player, I would not think it's okay to lose. I would not feel, okay, I lose this game and then life goes on. There's always next game. I would feel like, okay, if I lose this, the world's going to end. This is absolutely unacceptable. And so I would fight to the death to save that game. And I found some, crazy draws or wins out of totally dead positions, which is, again, that willpower aspect that made me probably perform better than my true strength, whatever that means. But the downside is that when I actually would lose, I would be devastated. I mean, I have cried before at tournaments as, not a little kid.
Oh no.
Or I'd get teary-eyed at the board if my
Baby
position was
Marichess.
looking really bad. Like, I am a super emotional player, and sometimes I just really couldn't handle
There's
tough
a
losses.
fly in the room.
So that's something I probably need to work on, while also not losing that relentless desire to win. I still haven't found that balance of, wanting so desperately to win and telling myself that I should fight at all costs, while also still being okay if the game doesn't go my way. For me, it's always been one or the other. There's been times where maybe I don't care as much about the chess, or I'm okay losing, but that also means that I'm not putting my whole heart into it. So I think if I figure that part out, that will, take me a long way to becoming an M.
Yeah, I think dealing with a loss and being willing to lose is maybe extremely different, right? I mean, I could see where you'd be like, well, I want to I don't want to be a sore loser. I maybe don't want to cry on the at the board, or but I don't want to
Yeah.
like losing. You know,
Yeah, Malin. Never cry at a tournament, only after the tournament. Because, like, I don't know, if you're at a tournament and you cry, like, it's probably because you did really bad in a game and you don't think you can recover from it. And, you know, it's only over till it's over, you know, in the tournament. Like, if you win, let's say there's 5 rounds and you lose the first 3 and, you know, you're, like, crying, you're, like, sad, you just want to quit because you think it's over. But yeah, you have to play the next 2 rounds and you might win them. So you might not end up crying if you had quit or just given up on yourself. And like, I'm not talking about like quitting. You can like quit the tournament and just walk away and not play in the rounds. But I mean like mentally quit. Like, I don't have the heart to play this game anymore. Like, you will probably play the game, but you're not gonna play as well as you usually do because you're so tilted, you know? Exactly, yeah. Yep. And that's a really, I mean, that's not a bad score. 2 out of 5. That's not a bad score at all. That's almost half of the games. Yeah. I just like, I can't stand a tournament. Like, I haven't played in a lot of tournaments, so I don't have as much experience as you do, Malin. But yeah, I don't like going home like knowing that I lost every game because then like Mari says, it really does it makes you feel as if you could have done better, like you didn't put everything into it. So yeah. But you do have to have that balance between I want to win this game really bad and it's not going to affect my whole day if I lose this one game. Like, you have to have that balance. Oh. Yeah, the first one's always tough. My first OTB tournament, I did really good. I was there 4 rounds. I won 3 rounds and lost the 4th. Or maybe it was the 3rd round. Whatever round I had the highest rated opponent, they were like 1400 USCF. Yeah, I lost to them. But the next month I came back to the same tournament because it's a monthly tournament that they do at this chess club, and I beat them in a game. So I was really proud of that. Hey, what's up, Sorex? What's up? You haven't actually been in this channel before. Welcome. So we're just doing a rerun of the collab between Marichess and Tiberian a few days ago, and I'm just here to add commentary and keep chat alive. You know, it's better than having a rerun where it just plays. You know, maybe once. Okay. Kappa. All right. Well, I'm here, so you gotta stick around. You gotta stick around, Zorex. Don't leave me. All right. All right. Okay. So let's watch.
Because I'm a
Zorex, do you remember Mari's dabs? Do you remember her dabs? Like, were you there? Like how she dabbed? Balin and I have conferred, and we agree that was not proper form. That was half-heartedly dabbed, like where she just put her hand in front of her face. Like, I'm not gonna go back to all of them, but there were a few throughout the stream that were just sad dabs, you know? Like, they didn't take it home. They didn't have that impact on the viewers' lives as much as they should. I know, right? Pathetic.
Parent, and I have kids, and now I have grandkids, believe it or not. You know, people ask me, why don't you let your kids win? I never let them win in anything. I never let them win in anything. I do give them money.
Not either.
I give them money if they beat me. So, like, my 6 foot 6'4.75" high son hasn't beaten me at basketball, and I'm like 5'10" and nothing, because of heart, like you're saying. He just doesn't have that drive. But he did beat me at table tennis after playing like 30 games in the same night.
Ooh.
And then he beat me, and he's never played me since because he got his $5 or $10 or whatever it was, and he's done. I think that would be nice.
You play a sport.
Chess Wizard. Bughouse would be more interesting.
You play a sport just to get that $5 or $10, and then you just quit the entire sport. It's like a chess hustler just going one day, just like walking out, setting up a chess set. You know, they've probably been studying for a good amount of years of chess just to like have this moment where they're ready to hustle some people. They make $10 on the first game, wrap everything up, put it back in their van, and drive away and never play chess again. That's a life goal. Yes. I've never actually heard of IDF, International Dabbing Federation.
Chess Wizard said, do we want to play Bughouse or Hand and Brain? So you can't do Bughouse on Lee Chess. So I'd have to fire up the old... and I haven't played Bughouse in
Fire
so
up
long.
the old chess.com.
But Hand and Brain, I thought of that as one of the things we could do. So, yeah. But, so... I don't know how I deal with losses. I've had some interesting ones. So I've gotten in trouble. I remember one of my first tournaments. It was either my first or my second tournament.
That was a little bit better than...
No, I don't...
That was a better dab than what she was doing earlier. It was a little bit like slanted way up, but...
I don't have that redemption, but
it
I
gets
just thought
credit.
I'd join you. We're a team now. We're a team. So... I remember it was either my first or my second tournament. I sit down to play. They do the pairings. And the guy that's directing is like feeling really good about, his tournament because he's a small club director.
Yeah, you're a DB. You're a DB, Malin, then Dab Master. Yeah, we gotta watch her. We gotta watch her. We've gotta have a Nightbot command where we go like exclam bad dab for every time she does a bad dab. And then just watch the number increase. Even have like a little graph. Anyways.
And he makes an announcement. Okay, everybody ready to start? First, I just like to say thank you because Grandmaster Songa has decided to play in our tournament. He's playing on board 1 against Marty Klubeck. I'm like, thanks. He's the only titled player in the whole tournament, right? And I get to play him in the first game. Now I should be like, oh, I get to play the Grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But I was like 16. So the guy says, on board 1 we have a Grandmaster. So I stood up and waved to everybody. And he says, no, that's not the Grandmaster. And then he tells the Grandmaster's name.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good.
I'm not sure if I'd ever be able to do that. Just to like have the guts to do that, and just when they say like announcing the Grandmaster and then I just stand up. Like that's throwing some big disrespect, on the Grandmaster. But like it's pretty cool what he did.
Good one.
I couldn't help myself because I was a New Yorker. I was a jerk. So yeah, I was like, yeah, okay, great. Tell everybody that, hey, just look at this Grandmaster. He's gonna beat up on this little kid. Yeah, I remember too because he
I have no doubt you would
won
do
a
it,
pawn in
Malin.
the opening and then just calmly and slowly destroyed me for the rest of the game of just waiting and winning with just a pawn advantage. I mean, he didn't do anything special. He didn't take any risks. He didn't checkmate me in the middle of the board or, quickly. The game went for a nice long amount, but he just won effortlessly and reserved any of his energy that he might want for somebody that actually could give him a run for his money. So, I'm not going to ask you that one. We're not going to ask you that one. All right. So what do you love about chess so much? Why do you keep coming back to chess? You've been doing it since you were 4. That's 20 years of chess. What about chess that just like makes you keep doing it?
I mean, it's fun. Like, it's hard to deny. It's an enjoyable game. But the thing that like I really love about chess compared to like anything else that I
Checkers.
do is the idea that I'm completely in control of the outcome. That, you know, no matter what is going on in my life or what is going on even in the room around me or who my opponent is or whatever, it is theoretically in my control to win that game, to play the best moves possible. And it gives me this like sense of calm when I know that no matter how turbulent things can be, that I have the ability to channel all that energy into finding the best move. It's something that I really can't control. And you know, that's been a tremendous comfort to me at times when maybe things aren't going so well in my life or things are just chaotic. And you know,
I just imagine her going like when things are chaotic and they aren't going so well, and then she like talks about how chess you're in control of the entire game. I just go to all those like memes and gifs of people just taking the chessboard and like flipping it up at the opponent. Like, if we can get Mari to do that to like somebody like just like out on the street, just like try to act like a chess hustler and then just flip the board, that would be like gold right there. Like, if we could get that on camera, that would be gold.
I can always do this thing regardless of outside circumstances. And I mean, for that reason, I like it better than, you know, any sort of sport or discipline that involves luck. There is no luck in chess. I mean, you can have good luck, but you can't really have bad luck. And, you know, that's, again, very comforting to me. I actually like sort of feeling that it's, in a way, if I lose, it's my fault, just because I think, okay, it's in my control. I can fix it. And no height boundaries, Chess Wizard astutely points out.
Yeah, no height
boundaries. I love how chess is universal, right? It doesn't matter height, right? Weight, strength, speed.
And just so you guys know, I was not at all wink wink hinting at Mari's height at all. I was just pointing out that you can be be of any height, gender, you know, any of that, like Tiberian saying. I wasn't hinting at anything. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. I actually lost my place.
It died, so, you know, with my luck, it'll happen again.
Okay, a little bit.
That's the game of chess waiting and winning with just a pawn advantage. It was either my first or my second tournament. And that's the game of chess waiting and
compared to like anything else that I do is the idea that I'm completely in control of chess to return to. Like, I can always, if I lose, it's my fault, just because.
I know. Hey, I am very tolerant of other people not being anal like I am about the things I'm anal about, right? I think we're all anal about some things, probably, but definitely being on time is not one for many people. And I try to be. I don't always succeed because, you know, at work, you're working with a customer and you have an appointment coming up in the next 2 minutes, but you can't hang up on this customer. So you keep helping that customer 5 minutes over when you're supposed to be with the next one. It happens. But anyway, I want to try to, you know, be aware of your time. Plus, my computer will probably freeze up and die at exactly the 2-hour mark.
Wait, really?
It's just like the other night it froze up on me. I've had it shut down, just totally turn it. It just turns off, and I have to restart the whole thing. It just shuts off sometimes. It's done it like 3 times now in a year and a half. It's done it 3 times. But the night before last, today's Friday. So last night, instead of shutting off, it just froze. I couldn't reboot it. I couldn't shut it down. I couldn't turn it off. I could unplug it, and it still just sat there.
It's really unfortunate.
It was. But luckily it was like I was overtime on my stream. So I was over 2 hours, and I think it was telling me you're supposed to quit. But anyway, it died. So, you know.
No, I didn't hack into Tiberian's account, Mr. Food Lover. No. Right now I actually have permission to stream on his account. But yeah, that would be funny if just in the middle of the stream his computer dies and then like a new face appears. Very sus.
With my luck, it'll happen again. All right. So what do you think you want to do? Now, what do you think you want to do? Do you want to do a hand and brain?
Sure, we could play a hand and brain game against someone for chat.
Yes, we can.
Can I nominate Chess Wizard?
All right, Chess Wizard. You'd have to, and he's good at that. Challenge me to a cat.
Why did I get nominated? Like, why do I get nominated for these things? Probably because I'm like the common ground between them, right? I guess I've been both of their students, so very common name.
My guest. This is Tiberian. He is a colleague of mine, and he's an awesome chess player.
Wait, why didn't they like get Chewy or somebody like good, like Logazar? Malin, I'm not that good. I'm bad. I'm such a patzer.
We got FIDE Master LaFonqua in the house. Yeah, we teach together.
Yes, real life chess. Okay, so I'm going to be told already. Hey, thanks for the follow. I'm going to be told already. I know Chess Wizard will let me know if no one else does that I'm not showing the full clock. Okay, there we go. So we have our game.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate it.
Let me spectate the game. All right, so I assume
You guys, Malin and Zorix, you guys are not like bad. You are actually like better than average. Like for your ratings, I played I think both of you a few games at least. You are definitely stronger than what your rating is, I believe.
Yeah, we should do a prediction. Hey, Chess Wizard could do a prediction on mine. He's actually a mod for me.
Ew. Oh man, I don't know if it's.
What was that? What? Ew? Did you say ew about Chess Wizard being a mod?
No, I was gonna say. No, I didn't say ew.
Chess Wizard is a mod. He can do the prediction for me. Mari's instant reaction. Ew. Ew. I think she did say ew, right? Because I think there was
somebody needs to.
I don't know if it's.
What was that? What? Hey, Chess Wizard could do a prediction on mine. He's actually a mod for me.
Ew. Oh man.
So I think she meant to. I think she meant to say ooh, like ooh or something, but it came out as ew. It's yeah, then she tried to backtrack. Yeah, she did try to I can't tell what she meant when she originally said it, but she obviously tried backtracking right after. Yeah, me too, Malin, me too. But I think she honestly did mean something else. Yeah, I'm gonna clip it. Let's just clip it. You know what? Let me.
I don't know.
Yeah, we should do a prediction. Hey, Chess Wizard could do a prediction.
All right, right.
Prediction on mine.
Do it.
Right here. Okay. I'm gonna clip it.
Chess Wizard will let me know if no one else does.
Okay.
Chess Wizard will let me know if no one else does that I'm not showing the full clock. Okay, showing full clock. Okay, they have our game. Thank you, Pumpkin.
All right, so I assume
you're the
matters.
Okay, I think it's way back here. So.
Tiberian. He is.
Wait.
That challenge. What do you think you want to do? Do you want to do it?
And bring.
All right, Chess. Challenge me to a casual, and let's make it. And you could chess on time.
Yes. I guess this is Tiberian.
Where is it?
Streamer and author. So yeah, that's the switch. Here, and then we're doing a little interview here, and then we're gonna actually hand in brain against Chelsea. We got house.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we teach together.
Live chess. Okay. Thanks for the follow. I'm going to be told already. I know Chess was.
I guess this is.
Yes, real life chess. Okay, so I'm going to be told already. Hey, thanks for the follow. I'm going to be told already. I know Chess Wizard will let me know if no one else does, that I'm not showing the full clock. Okay, there we go. So we have our game. Thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate it.
Let me spectate the game. All right, so I assume you'll be the hand then. I'll be the brain.
Oh, definitely.
Where did it go?
You're the higher rated player.
It matters.
I don't think so.
All right, well, let's. Do I have any mods? I guess this.
So it seems to be right after
Tiberian.
this. I think I clipped it wrong.
He is a colleague of mine, and he's an
Wait a
awesome
second.
streamer
Oh my
and
gosh.
author. So.
This is so Scott. Okay, I'll clip it later, guys. All right, I'll clip it later.
Do I have any mods?
All right.
Yeah, we should do a prediction. Hey, Chess Wizard could do a prediction on mine. He's actually a mod for me.
Ew. Oh man, I see. I
Wait,
don't
what was
know
that?
if it's.
What was that?
What?
Ew? Did you say ew about Chess Wizard being a mod?
No, I was gonna say. No,
Oh,
I
you're
didn't
right.
say ew.
Somebody needs to clip that. I swear
All right. Yeah. You're right, Zorex.
she said
I did
ew.
not say ew.
I bet she said ew.
No, I didn't say that.
I said Chess Wizard is my mod, and you said ew.
That is not the noise I made. Okay, so
We all heard it.
No. Here's the thing. I personally have a policy of not modding those who are under 18 because sometimes the content in my channel is not child friendly, and I don't want them to have to deal with that.
That's a good reason.
That's
like
what I
it.
was gonna say.
Oh, what's
not
child
you.
friendly? Yeah.
Well, maybe you were on ooh I don't know. It sounded like
Ooh, ah.
ew to me. Somebody
Ooh,
should
ah.
clip it and find out. But no, that's fine. He it works for me because he makes sure that it stays family friendly. He's a perfect mod for me.
That's a rapper, Zorex.
All right, it's by the way, it's our turn.
All right, pawn. Let's go.
Did you find our game? Oh, pawn, you said? Oh man. All right, we're gonna make you work.
What are you doing?
I could have made you play one of my openings, but I figured I'll play an opening that I don't play and maybe you don't play.
Bishop.
Bishop. Okay. Well, you made it easy on me that one. That's almost cheating because I only had one.
Chess Wizard exists. Marichess. You. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is being a VIP in Marichess's channel. At least Tiberian said it. Like he acknowledged that she said you. Like he stood up for me. Yeah, you are, Zorex. You probably are way older. Way older than me by a lot.
One bishop that can move.
Pawn.
Oh man, I have no clue what I want to do. So I find Marichess that it's easier for the higher rated player to do the brain because they can think like, oh, okay, I don't want to give them this piece because they might think the wrong piece type thing.
True.
Seems like it's easier.
Knight.
I also find when if you're finding people on like if you're just looking for games on Lichess, random games,
Pawn.
if you pawn, you said?
Yeah.
What does Marichess want? I don't know what Marichess wants. So I was going to say that if you, let's say we had you look for a game online, we'll find like 2,500 rated players to play. And if you're the hand and I'm the brain, it's like I'm playing against that higher rated player. But if I do the searching, then you're searching for like 2,100 rated players online. And so it kind of like makes up for the hand and brain aspect.
True.
Wait,
At least
he says Marichess, right? It's Marichess, right? I haven't been saying it wrong this whole entire time. It's Marichess, correct? Mari. And then he's just pronouncing it Mary, something like kind of like Mary or something like that. He said,
That's
Yeah.
just my
Yeah.
guess. But yes, I've seen it done both ways, right? With the higher rated player playing the hand. I guess I should be thinking, not talking, because you're thinking. Or are you just reading? Are you just reading chat again?
No, I was like looking at the board, so I'm just very
see, you're
focused
actually
right now.
thinking. I was just moving.
My chat is so hard on me. Oh my god!
Aw.
Like you're polite and wholesome, and my chat just roasts me nonstop.
Wow.
The driving thing.
Oh yeah, they're still on you driving while studying the
I'm saying
woodpecker method.
They were.
Oh, okay.
They were. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a situation here.
You can't talk. You can't talk about it. We can't talk across the board. No talking across the board.
Can't
no
do
hints.
it.
No.
I
Just...
did pay
Can't do
attention.
it.
I did pay attention to
Nope.
what Tiberian was saying about wanting the lower rated player to seek so we get a more rating appropriate opponent.
Wait,
for
wasn't
his
this when
rating.
Lafong
Yes.
was like,
Yes.
Fong Hua?
yeah. Yeah, Lafong was saying that.
It is our move, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Knight. Let's play Knight.
So I'm going to keep with the theme that I had for the week of exchanges, just so you know.
Okay.
Because that's what we were teaching with Nimzovich, so.
Oh yeah, adoption match is happening with Min tomorrow night. If you know, I am Min Lee. He's gonna try to adopt me in Bullet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When
and
is
he's,
this?
Tomorrow night.
And
at 10
who's going to
PM,
adopt you?
10:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. I actually
Min
will
Lee.
be laying in bed trying to go to sleep, so I will put that on and see if it puts me to sleep.
Ooh, it just might. He's only giving okay. Bishop. I'm getting a full minute to his 30 seconds each game, but he's just so insanely good that even it's gonna be a struggle.
I bet. Who is this now?
There's also Min Lee.
Okay. I don't know.
His
Is
link
that a
is in the
she?
chat. He. Queen.
So I've got to ask you then, in light of that. Ooh.
Pawn.
I was going to ask you in light of that. What was I going to ask you? It was something. It'll come to me. What was I going to ask you? It was about the fact that you were going to play that.
How did it,
You're playing a high rated.
how did it go, Malin?
Oh, congrats. I just want to let everybody know.
Pawn.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Pawn.
Wait, is that
okay.
like the, an ICCF rated tournament that started tonight? So yeah, I was gonna say, what is ICCF? Sometimes I just like see those types of things and I just assume stuff. But not this time. Not this time. I gotta know what ICCF means.
I just want everybody to know that you just recently hit 10,000
Malin.
followers. That's awesome.
So I get you. Okay, so it's just it's a correspondence tournament that started tonight. Got it. Thank you for the explanation.
Yeah, thank you.
That's impressive.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Also, Knight.
Oh, okay. I've got choices.
This is where my
choices,
game
but
got really bad here. I was
I kind
doing.
of like that. I kind of like that.
I was not happy with what
You can
what
teach me
position I
later,
got.
the right way and the wrong way. No helping spaghetti.
I see you, Lifong.
No
for
helping
stopping
spaghetti.
by.
No backseat driving.
Spaghetti. Oh,
yeah,
somebody in your
his
chats.
name is Mom's Spaghetti.
Oh, that's an Eminem reference.
Is it? Okay. So do you know what 3XK is a reference to?
No.
I have a viewer named 3XK, and as soon as I saw it, I knew who it was, and not who it was, but who it referenced. And so now we're fast friends because we both geeked off on the same thing. It's from a TV show, Castle.
I don't know that show.
Do you know Firefly?
No.
Oh.
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, I don't either. I binge watch now things after the fact. So I watch
The settings in Tiberian, he keeps it very family friendly, Zurich, so the automat is like on steroids.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So sorry about that. But you gotta deal with it.
Oh, I said welcome back.
I actually wasn't like
okay.
the gringo like I wasn't I didn't know what that term meant.
Or maybe I didn't say it.
So
Either way,
I'm not sure if it was bad or not.
I'm just worried because, we're going to lose on time if you leave it to my devices.
So they have their own website? Okay.
I'll try to listen closer.
Or you can, okay, so you can do the classic, you can mail in the moves.
Well, you know what you
Cool.
can do is you could
Cool.
dap.
King.
You could dap after.
What is that? What is that dab? My goodness.
Go the other way.
Good. Okay. No, I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, I also teach my kids that, once the queens are off the board and a couple of pieces have been traded, I want to keep that king near the center. So I thought maybe you want to bond cloud it up, but, I just didn't feel comfortable yet. But, yeah. I might catch you tomorrow night, 10:30, huh?
Yep, it's late. Min stream's late, so, and I do too usually.
Yeah.
Today I started early, but that's the exception. Rook.
Rook. Well, I'm not sure, but.
Hi, Deb the Mask.
So for time's sake, guys, I think I'm gonna go through the game, fast forward through the game itself,
I find, by the
and
way,
then
this is a great tool for teaching. And I do
so I'm gonna go through the game, skip through it, and then we'll go straight to the analysis part, because I am a little short on time tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
By going over why they wanted to do certain moves.
Pawn.
But
can do like 10 different options.
Pawn.
Name, chess wizard.
all right, there we go.
All right, let's oh, okay, only 57% on us. I made a prediction on my channel, so now people can redeem more dabs.
Oh my goodness, what happened?
Oh no.
So what did you predict? We winning or losing or drawing?
Well, I mean, I give people the option to bet their channel points.
Nice.
On who wins, and
Okay.
it seems like 57% of the bets were on us.
Ah, that's close. 43% weren't. So I love the fact that now on Twitch you can do like 10 different options in the predictions.
10?
Yeah, it used to be only like win or lose.
Yeah.
Now you can do win, lose, draw. You if you had 10, if you could say like who's going to come in the top 5, you can. I think it's up to 10 choices now in predictions. Like 10 choices. So I put it into our study so we can look at it quickly together, and then.
All right, let's see it.
And then I will rage you, and I will go to bed. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, so.
I will also go to bed.
So I will. Oh, okay. We are totally far apart. So
That was a lie right there, everybody. I just caught Mari lying right there. Did you see her? Did you see her? She was lying right there.
I do want you to ask me questions like when you go, what the heck were you thinking? That'd be cool too, to help me to learn.
So I wanted to talk about this moment where we played d4. That was, I was honestly, I don't know how you'll feel about this, but I kind of to play h3 to just prevent, but this might be incredibly passive.
No, I don't think it's incredibly passive.
Yeah, I don't know. This might be
I think
bad.
we had. I think we had
D4,
three. I think we had 3 candidates, didn't we?
Well,
Two
D4
candidates.
also it gets us something. This whole opening was weird.
Yes. Well, I did try to throw a different opening on
was,
purpose.
Honestly, like I wasn't sure exactly which pawn move I wanted here, but I figured okay. So sometimes I'll do this if I'm not sure and I'm thinking, oh, which pawn move would I play? Then I realize that is pointless. It's a waste of time because I can't convey that information to you.
That's
so
right.
I'll just say pawn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the nice thing about hand to brain.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was looking at E3. I was looking at G3. According to the computer, E3 is best.
So I was thinking E3. I was thinking D3. I was thinking G3. I was okay with any of those, and I just decided. I know the last game I watched, your bullet game,
Malin.
you played E4 to start, and I thought, okay, let's just go with E4. And we'll play that
correspondence
route.
master.
So I wasn't worried about it at this point. At this point, I
the
just
annoying
wanted to.
thing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The annoying thing about this position is that it's now very difficult to get the bishop off this diagonal. So if we ever want to play like F4 or something, or even D4, like this bishop is just staring here. So that's why E3 was good to just block the line.
Yeah, I would normally love E3 because I play birds opening.
Nicola, thank you so much for the cheer. Thank you.
And you can play birds by playing the fianchetto first, the B3 Larson attack or whatever. So I would normally love E3 with a chance to get F4 in later. But again, I was just, I'll be honest with you, these moves, I was just, let me just start an opening, and then I wanted you to play kind of like not from a known position.
And
so I wasn't really.
I thought that they were doing that because I thought that they would play like the I could tell that the opening was out of place from the beginning when I think I was playing. I noticed that, so I thought that Tiberian was just trying to mix it up a little bit, and it was fun. Like he got me out of book. I didn't know what to do. A few moves after this. So I kind of got into some positional trouble here, especially in the center when we did that trade.
Really trying to give you the best move at this point.
The United States, Mr. Food Lover.
I just thought we'll just set up something different, right? I figured it was out of book for Chess Wizard, and I was happy if it was out of book for you too, because I just wanted you to play. But that was just because I was lazy. Sorry.
Gotcha. Ooh, Vindictive asks, hang on, I wanted to address something. He asked if bishop takes e5, center 4th, 5th would work. There was some reason, maybe just this, and then, like, this is unpleasant for white because, I mean, like, we don't have a lot of development, like, queen f6 maybe? I wouldn't be too pleased here, so...
Me either. That would not be comfortable, although I think you can play through it. I agree. I don't feel like it's comfortable, only because my knight is stuck for a long time.
Yeah. No, this is very unfortunate. I mean, we can go here. But...
Well, you could also go here and threaten it, because now he can't keep the bishop on the...
yeah, knight f3 is probably better.
Yeah, because he didn't free the bishop. So, yeah, you're going to threaten to trade off the bishop, and then your knight can come to life. And I think you can unravel and extricate yourself and be fine. And
you are booked, Malin. You are booked in chess. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of correspondence. That's a lot of correspondence.
And Spaghetti says, but if B, and I think he means bishop takes e5.
Oops, let's go full screen.
Yeah.
Bishop takes f2 check. I don't know what he's...
Oh, yeah. So if bishop takes e5, black can also play bishop takes f2 check.
Yeah,
but this
which
is actually not as good.
Right,
black.
Which happens a lot in different openings. But yeah, you give up the center, right?
I'm a teen, Mr.
Yeah, I
Food
think
Lover.
we're fine here.
Yeah, because the knight
I'm
can't
not over
come
18
here.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now he can, but it's still okay. I mean, it happens. Usually it peters out the attack. that I've seen.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think white's fine here.
You can even go here.
Here, and then we just go here, and I think, yeah, we're okay. I'd much prefer this to the alternative where black has that bishop.
Good question.
Oh, what was the question?
You said he said, but if you take here, can't he take here?
Well, yeah, I think he was talking about. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the same question.
Yeah. All right, and it was probably before here, so it was if here.
Yeah.
Here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
to be
it's
fair, I
definitely
just
an
wanted to get out
interesting
a
line.
book, and then I thought we'd just play it.
Yeah, I think this
So
is...
on
okay,
this
so
point,
here,
but here
well,
you also
yeah.
weren't thinking that, were you?
No, I was thinking H3, which is probably
Right.
terrible.
I don't know if it's terrible. I mean, it seems logical. Keeps
No,
the bishop
it's too
out.
slow. It's too slow. D4 was probably better.
I thought D4 would be fun. And because, like I told you, I just finished teaching a lesson on exchanges. I thought, stronger players, let's exchange everything and play it out.
Yeah, I don't think Chess Wizard should have taken everything. So this
Yeah, I
knight,
don't
this
think-
pin is very annoying for us. This is why when I said knight, by the way, I was kind of wanting to.
Yeah, I think I didn't have to trade everything. I thought I saw trading and then queen f6 and liked my position. But I think I was just missing a lot of stuff there. I didn't calculate the end position a lot, so I think I didn't have to trade everything off like I did.
Because I felt that it was very unsafe to take. I was worried about the H4.
Fair enough.
This is actually something that I faced in the Scotch game
Okay.
that I get nervous about, and so I figured. But I was playing very passively. But yeah, Chess Wizard, if you're still here, Bishop takes B4, or D4 gave away all the advantage. You had to put pressure on the pinned piece. Remember?
Yep.
Put pressure on it. Or, I mean, it's not, well, here in this case, you make the piece pin. But, yeah, it's a be really
Yeah, and he also would have had here too, right? Yeah, that would have been, even here would be very interesting, because you're still threatening mates.
Yeah, maybe there's C3. Again, a lot of these ideas I'm drawing from my experience in the Scotch game.
Sure.
But yeah, after this, I think we were better. And I really just wanted to get black to take so we get the big...
Well, I
Well,
think
what I find as an instructional
Zorex
is even
that
here, well, like you were
I
saying,
probably
is
could get
that
to her level
Wizard,
over
as a
time.
beginner,
I think
shouldn't be eager to
I was really excited that I won that
Oh
game
my God, I'm a beginner
on
now.
this same stream, you know.
Why wouldn't
I
you
won
be a
that game.
beginner?
I felt so good about that
hoping
game
to
because I
break
felt like I
1,000
played
over the
perfectly,
board.
even if the computer said I made a blunder or whatever, which I realized. But it was such a clean game. I was so proud of it.
I'm not even an expert, so I'm a beginner.
Yeah, she's better than me and everything
What
else.
is that?
I'm just
It's
casually
gonna
playing
take
with a lighter. I
years
realize how weird
in rapid and classical for me to be to that level, I believe.
It's just a little flame. It won't hurt anything. It'll keep me warm at night. Don't worry. What are you playing fire? What are you teaching kids? No,
Wait, let me listen to that again.
You can put on your stream. I'm not even an expert, so I'm a beginner. What is that?
I'm just casually playing with a lighter. I realize how weird that is.
Okay,
Like, I just lit a
little
candle.
pyromania going on here.
Lit a candle.
It's just a little flame. It won't hurt anything. It'll keep me warm at night. Don't worry. What are you playing with fire? What are you teaching kids? No, you
I've been taught
can
bad
put
stuff.
on your stream instead of family friendly. You can put pyromania is accepted. What are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm dead.
Playing with a lighter. I'm just hanging out playing with a lighter. Sure. What's your variation? Spaghetti. Share it. What's your variation?
This whole stream is really funny.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Wait, you play with lighters too, Malin? She's affected you? She's turned you into... Oh my goodness. It's spreading. Do you see what's happening? Oh no. That's really not good, Malin. You should not be following her example on that one. Yeah, playing with lighters. Ugh, it's just cringe. Zorex be like, propane torches are way cooler as he... Oh my goodness. That's
Glad you're
crazy.
enjoying it. It should be fun. It should be fun. So, but here, I love your example. I love your ideas of attacking with the queen rather than trading. You don't have to trade. But as we noticed, and again, you know, that's to the lesson of Nimzovich, you don't have to trade. You can find better moves. But he did trade everything. And then even here, he really shouldn't trade because it just helps white pull the pawn towards the center. Right? I mean, if he waits and we ever take, then it helps black develop. So, yeah, I'm with you. But I think it's a great lesson that he would have been better off looking for other attacking moves versus
absolutely.
just easily trading. And people
it
trade too
is.
easily.
Queen h4 is really
so
nice.
Yeah, I think that's a great lesson. Don't chess trade. I mean, like I said, my lesson for this week is on exchanges. So I was happy to try to make exchanges happen, but Chess Wizard assisted. And so now we have a nice strong pawn center. We both have 2 pawn islands, and otherwise the game is totally equal in material.
Right. I like our center pawns, though.
I do too. And so you said bishop, I figured that. Oh, you said knight, I mean. So now I had 2 choices. Which one do you think was better?
I mean, I think I was intending knight c3, but when I saw knight d2, I thought, oh, cool, we get to hold c-file, so maybe I like that one in hindsight.
So that was my thought. My thought was if we go here with the knight, we can possibly encourage him to be chasing us later, but also it does block the c-file, while if we go here, I thought the knight could get back to this square
I'm agreeing
eventually
with you.
and still have this square to hit and here. So I was just thinking from here, which square did I like better? And I had a hard time choosing, and I opted for this one just because it was harder. I thought it would be harder to chase the knight ever away from protecting e4. But probably the computer's going to tell us this is better because it's...
It does, and I can't completely understand why. So
well, I think it's because it's hitting these squares, and these squares are more valuable, right, than these squares.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the idea of being able... But I guess if they play c6, we don't have much control over the c-file anyway.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Food Lover.
You mean if we were here?
That's just like a tad too many emotes.
Yeah,
but I love those.
They can play c3,
I love those.
c6 either way and prevent the knight.
Those are some of my favorite emotes ever.
So it's not like...
Other than I like Tiberian's emotes a lot. Most of the people I watch, I love their emotes.
0.5. It's pretty sizable difference. Though.
All right, we'll see you later, Spaghetti.
Sounds like a saying, like "see you later, spaghetti." I don't know.
Adios, SpaghettiOs. Hey,
go.
thank you. He says, "Have a good night, King and Queen."
Have a good night.
Yeah, I did it for you.
Princess. Just to be clear. It's the,
I did the dirty work.
Dab and the princess of Dab. But yeah, it would be king and princess. Anyway, so cool. Yeah, I obviously there was a choice. I mean, I knew you didn't mean over here. So I chose this one. I thought it was. I like the squares it hits, although I can understand how this is more dynamic or generally stronger. But hey. All right, good night, Spaghetti.
Vindictive is not clear on which one of us is the princess.
Oh, you are so funny, Vindictive. Well, Vindictive, if I'm the princess, that makes her the king. So either way, yeah, you're having troubles with your eyesight on both cases. Then I can see where you could be like queen and princess. Okay, but no.
No, just no. Just we're not going there. Nope.
But it has to be king and princess because if I'm the king, I'd be cradle robbing for a queen your age. That'd be ridiculous. So I think king and princess makes
I
a lot
did
more
not
sense.
expect you to spell that out.
Oh, sorry. I,
No, just-
oh, by the way, so here you said bishop. Is this what you meant, or were you thinking out here?
I like bishop d3.
I don't
were you
know,
thinking here?
Zorex.
I can't remember anymore.
Oh, okay. You're
Probably
flabbergasted.
not. No, not bishop c4 because that does block this file. I would definitely play bishop d3.
Okay, good. By the way, I was expecting f3 at any time to keep everything out, plus to protect the pawn. Would that ever?
Thought of f3, but then I figured if we're gonna do that, why not develop a piece? Like
I
I
totally
want to
agree.
develop first.
Totally agree. I
Then-
was just curious if it was even in your vision that you were thinking about it. So I feel better that you were thinking about it because I did. So I look at you, Marichess, and I say, I've been teaching for over 40 years. I've been teaching chess for over 40 years. So I'll say that I have much more experience with you than you in teaching chess. And I have more experience playing chess, maybe not even more experience, because I probably have not played more tournament games than you have. I've just been older, right? But you're obviously stronger than me. You've made expert. That's my next goal. You're looking at National Master. That's a dream. So I look at you and I say, you're seeing things I don't. When you were on your stream, if you remember the other day, and I was chatting with you as if I was almost on stream with you, and you were commentating games, you remember? And I said, well, now, how about this? And you go, oh, yeah, that's a good move, right? But you're distracted streaming. And then you remember I said, how about this? And I said, this. And you go, yeah, but then after that, this. And it's like, you saw it like, we didn't move the pieces. I just wrote it on the stream. I said,
I actually remember this. Yeah, I think Tiberian did come into our channel and there was a really long tactic or something. And at the end, Marichess found a killer fork with a bishop and winning the queen or something. Yeah, she's got pretty powerful eyesight. 2020.
Said bishop takes, knight here, this, that. And you immediately just said, yeah, but then that pins that and you lose that piece. I sat there and went, wow, she saw that fast. And when you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, obvious, yes, okay. But I didn't see it. And I was like, wow, she saw that like immediately. I was impressed. So, yes, your acumen it impresses me. It makes me.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of your ability to play. So, that's why I think I'm going to learn from this game, and that's why I was asking you if you even contemplated that. Because here again, I'm contemplating it again, so that my king can go here to connect my rooks.
Ooh, instead of castling, that's actually interesting. I was just dead set on castling.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, f3 and king f2 is pretty solid. I like it.
I didn't really consider it much, but maybe you should have.
Yeah, I was just thinking here, then I didn't.
That is so true, Zorex. She literally is a prodigy, but the commitment. Like there was commitment lost somewhere, like she said in her teens. She wanted to focus on school and stuff. But yeah, I think she would definitely be NM and beyond if she really focused in on chess. And I think she has the capability to do that in the coming years. Definitely.
What does he do? And if he does that, then we still push.
Right.
And what I don't even know what he does, but let's say he does this like the computer was talking about. Then I was thinking you get here, and then we can still do the rooks, but now I'm primed for the end game. My king's towards the center. Anyway, but that's because
I like
remember,
this too.
I've been doing
this
positional
too.
chess since I was 8 years old, though. So tactical.
I mean, castling I think was also good. I think both are good. And from here, we really started to win. Because, yeah, I thought Ches Wizard, you should have played c6 and tried to hold instead of making one of your rooks.
Oh yeah, I should have played c6
When you play
there.
rook c8, you
Definitely.
see how the rook is just tied down to this unfortunate job.
Yep.
And now I did want f3. So I like this structure. I was thinking we could even at some point maybe the knight to 3 or something. something.
Yeah, reposition the knight. That would have been harder for me. So that's not as natural for me to find as this.
Maybe
and the
it's
king.
crazy. Again, I might be just saying something crazy.
I don't know.
If that's
I just don't see those. Those I don't see. So I'm interested. This you see very quickly. Is that something that you're looking for a lot of repositioning the knight?
I mean, I just think our knight's not doing much.
If she wasn't so focused on living, then she would be an IM.
On D2,
yeah,
so we should put it somewhere better. But I don't know if E3 is really the best place. I'm actually not. I don't know. Chat. What do you guys think? Where's that knight belong? The knight on D2. Where do you guys want to put it?
So are they answering you? Because the beauty I find is, like I said, right now I would be. What is my next? Right? What is my plan at this point? My plan might have been to double up rooks on the C file. That'd probably be the only plan I would start with in my head. But I love the fact that you immediately say, my knight's on the second rank. I teach that. It's not strong on the second rank. It's not strong on the first rank. By the way, it's not strong on the 7th or the 8th rank. So we want to put it on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th rank. So I love the fact that you're thinking about reposition, even if this isn't the best square for it.
That might be a good idea.
Thinking about how do I reposition my knight. I love that. And that's not something that comes directly to mind for me. I don't know if it is it tactically issue.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should go knight c4 and then push, like you said, to e5 or position to e3. I can't decide.
Because once you move a pawn, of course you can't move it backwards. I always say, actually, that's something I think. No, I didn't get it from under the surface. It was Sam Shanklin's.
Yeah, somebody else said that. I know.
Steps or something. I forgot the name of the book, but it was. He says over and over, pawns don't move backwards, and so whenever you push a pawn, you really have to think about what squares you are permanently unprotecting. Yep. And here, that permanently unprotects d6, and that's when we were able to gain an advantage. So yeah, c6. Well, c6 also unprotects d6. Truth be told, I'm not exactly sure what is best for black here.
I think it's neither one of those two moves. But I'm not sure either. I think he could do.
Okay,
I think
the computer is a6.
I'd almost rather have him do a waiting move.
Ooh, d5. I guess.
Is this what the computer says, or?
Yeah, this is not something I'd come up with.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, I don't look at computers very much. I try
to figure out it myself, but then if I'm not sure, like if I have a question,
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I personally, just my up because I've never had you grew up with them, and maybe not even that much. Chess Wizard is growing up with the computer age for chess, right? And maybe you didn't, but I definitely didn't.
I mean, when I grew up, like, I pretty much played online most of the time. But computer analysis has been a thing for most of your life of chess life. Yes.
Yeah, but not for mine, right? I mean, I had by far twice as much of my life without chess analysis, computer analysis, than I have where it's available.
Wow, that's actually crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I don't actually know how old you are, and I'm not going to ask.
Just put it that way. I'm old, so it's a different generation, right? And it's a different experience. So it's kind of fun us doing this also because we're getting to, match up different generations of thought about chess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So that would have been interesting, but. I agree with you. I preach it all the time. Not that I always follow my own preaching, but yes, pawns don't go backwards. That definitely created a weak pawn, which also, by the way, we talked about in Nimzovich a lot was blockades or, even this pawn push would have been okay in it, I think, because you would have been locking that pawn in forever.
Yeah, that's true.
That could have been bad for black also. Now, that does give him the opportunity to try to make way. But still, that pawn is going to be weak forever. But I like the knight move because, I mean, I saw it, right? I mean, it's a nice attack, but I think what I liked even more was you didn't hesitate to, you were like, yeah, I know the rook, he doesn't lose, it's not a fork that's going to survive because of this, but still that knight on, what did we just say? The knight on the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth are super powerful.
Yes, and also we're probably going to win a pawn, which we did.
Yeah, this pawn is not going to last. And so I love, and I actually thought chess would, well, you can't go there, never mind. I looked at it.
I wanted to play rook c7 here.
I actually, see, you said rook, and those were the two squares I was debating between. I thought about this move, and I said, but then he's going to go here, and our rook, yes, we get this pawn, but then our rook feels like it's trapped.
Well, I would want to take with the knight.
Okay, so let's do that, because and we had time.
All right, bye, Malin. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, wait, we lose the... Oh.
Yeah, and I don't know which one you would have had.
No, you know what?
Yeah, I'm live. I'm live, Thinker Teacher. Yeah, I'm basically doing a
Wait.
I'm doing a I'm wrapping up so basically I'm just commentating on this VOD from Tiberian stream a few days ago, the collab with Marichess. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just a recap.
That's a definitely dap moment. I was right, she said. It's like my wife never says that, so. I also have a boss at work. She's female, she's great, and she never is wrong. Like, especially her memory. Like you say you don't have a great chess memory. I have no memory left at all. My wife says I can't remember anything. But my boss remembers everything. And so one time she actually said, oh, you're right. I'm wrong. And I said, wait. I took out my phone. I said, could you say that again? And I recorded her. And she was a good enough sport to say it again. She knew I was recording.
All right, good night, Thinker Teacher.
People every once in a while. And she gets a kick out of it because she knows I'm showing it to people because she's so rarely wrong, right? It's a compliment. So anyway, so you said rook. By far my first inclination was to go here. And all I saw was the bishop comes here, and then my rook has no more, it's stuck back. I felt like it was going to be stuck.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I knew that you could win this, but I still felt like we were going to be stuck. And I thought, you know what she probably wants? She just probably wants to win the pawn, and then we're up a clear pawn.
That's a good... Yeah, keep it simple. We shouldn't get fancy.
But I figured that's what you meant. I thought if I went here, you'd be like, what are you doing? Why are you overreaching? Why? So again, it does my heart good to know that you were actually, that's what you were thinking. Actually makes me feel great. That's a great compliment. All right, so then rook was obvious, right? And I thought, look at that nice alignment of pieces.
Yeah, it's a little sus, but
it is sus. It looks, and that's a current word, right? Sus. I mean that. I remember the first time somebody was typing sus because I would be working with Tony. Forget his. He's why not chess? But anyway, he'd be saying sus. That's sus. This is sus, and I'm like, what is that? Yeah. So they had to teach me what sus meant, and so here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Here, this got interesting. This to me was where I thought you shined with some interesting moves because I was thinking, well, she'll go knight here because he can't let us take. He'll take. We'll trade down, and we'll have this candidate pawn, but we'll be ahead, and we'll grind him down in the endgame. And you said bishop. And I was like, okay, she's got to be good. This has got to be what she's looking at. And I'm like, that's looking fun. I just felt like, okay, we're gonna have fun because I anticipated this kind of move, and I'm like, yeah, but then that falls. I was like, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. So I was happy. Moved the rook to protect it with the bishop and with the knight, so now that isn't threatened. And you said pawn here. And I was like,
I just wanted to charge forward and just bust things open.
To me, that was. I said, this is where you shined. That was. It's like a mini brilliancy. And after I did it, I was like, well, I hope she didn't want me to do this to restrict the bishop or something. I was like, or stop the pawn, or I hope she didn't want some other pawn move. But I'm like, this is the only pawn move, and I took a little bit to look at it to see if I could see what you were seeing. And this is where if I was playing this game all by myself, and I was playing with this time control, I don't think I would have found it, and that was depressing me. If I was playing a classical game over the board, I definitely felt like I would have found it. I would have looked for it, and I would have found it.
Chess Wizard, Chess Wizard.
Hey, Blundergoat. Welcome back.
I agree.
Oh, thanks. He's a great guy. All right, but I love the move. I was like, this move's great. I mean, what is he going to do? I was thinking he was going to come here, but I was like, no, right? That's just 2 pieces. So he's just going to, he can't go there. He'll lose it. We've already taken away this square. This square is terrible. Can't even come back to it. So I was like, that's the only square he's got. So I knew he was going there, and I was very happy. By the way, I was happy back here that the knight had only, limited squares. I think it was even back here with the bishop there. I was like, that knight, has very little scope. This knight is not good compared, I should say.
Whoa.
Anyway, so I love the pawn move. And then you did it
Thanks,
again.
Blundergoat.
Yeah, I'm just.
And I saw it after you said pawn. I'm like, okay,
thank you so much.
Maybe she won. No, she
Zorex
wants
now
to
has
push the pawn. I know she does. I know.
Zorex now has that bagel badge. There's only one bagel badge on Twitch. It's here. You found the right place.
I know she does, but it doesn't work. And so I had to double check because I'm like, she wants to push the pawn. And I looked and I said, it works. If he takes, you get that. If he takes here with the knight, let me see if I remembered what I was thinking. If he takes with the knight, what was I thinking? We could just do it, right? If he takes with the knight, did I have it figured out right? I don't remember what I was thinking that we would do, but
we only have one winning move here.
Oh, wait. Can't we just take?
No, because then they...
No, you don't take. Oh, you do. I was thinking the rook can't come back.
But the bishop's guarding
Yeah, I missed the bishop. I was just in my mind's eye. I missed the bishop. All right, so if he takes this way, we have to take.
No, we're taking the rook. That was my plan.
Oh, wait. Was the rook under attack? Oh, wait. I'm blind. Okay. Now I remember.
Thanks,
yes, I remember that. I was thinking that if he takes with the knight, we take the rook. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he can't take the bishop with the knight because we just queen. Okay. I remember now. And that's why he had to take with the rook. I remember that. And then I was thinking, yes, we get to check and take with queen check. So I saw all that. I did see the rook. I did see if the knight takes, he loses the rook. But for some reason, when I'm talking to you right now, I totally forgot. Okay. Or missed it. So yeah, I love this move. I said, what? Push it again? So I mean, even back here, I love the first push. This to me is puzzle worthy. I tell my students, every game they play,
that pawn has destiny.
There should be 1, 2, maybe 3 puzzle worthy moments in the game. And if they can find they don't even have to find the answer, because I tell every one of them, if I gave them this as a puzzle, if I handed them this position and said, white to play, every one of them would find the move. Right? It might take them a little time. Mm-hmm. Every one of my students would find white to move here. Everyone on stream, they would find white to move. They would find it if they knew it was a puzzle moment.
Right.
So I tell them, if they can identify, if they can get this 6th spidey sense, I'll go put on my Spider-Man shirt. If they can get the spidey sense that it's a puzzle-worthy moment and treat it like a puzzle, and it happens 2 or 3 times every game, all they have to do is catch one of those, and they'll probably have a winning position after that.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, this is a puzzle-worthy moment. I can make a puzzle out of this and save it for a puzzle for myself. And so the pawn was a great push. and it goes on, right? The puzzle, what's the next move in the puzzle? It's still puzzle worthy at this point. Beautiful job. I loved it. I don't know that Chess Wizard had any option, and you just kept saying pawn.
Really.
And so, you know, it was beautiful. And yeah, here it's resignable and he did resign here. But that was beautiful. So this whole attack from this point forward was beautiful. It's a back rank weakness. The rook stepped up, so the back rank is susceptible. And you have a file. In fact, Nimzovich talks about it. He says when you have play on an open file, when you have that ability to push, that it forces the opponent to want to trade. You want to get rid of this situation. And sure enough, you know, you end up with a trade, but it doesn't work because that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Exactly, Blundergoat.
Good game.
Which is give you props. That was awesome. I told you I would learn from it. I learned. See, I learned a lot from this game. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for being on my stream, and thank you for
having me. Thanks for doing this collab. It was really fun. I think my community loved it.
Well, good. I am super glad because you never know. You know, you always want any collabs to work well, and I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I learned a lot. Maybe in another, maybe when you get ready for your next tournament, or I'm supposed to play in the Michigan Open. You might play in that. I'm supposed to play in the Michigan Open in November.
Ooh, I think that's in September. And also,
well, if it is, I'm not playing in it, so I have to get ready. And I'm pretty sure. Well, there's something in October, November. I'm pretty sure it was I thought it was the Michigan Open. There is a different tournament in September. I don't know. Anyway, maybe we could do something.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a lesson on stream from you.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah, I think this was a really good collab. I enjoyed it a lot.
All right. If you're staying on, are you staying on, or are you going to bed? I'm going to bed.
I hope you guys really liked the recap over here. It was really fun to do. I think that was very educational in my eyes. Like just seeing especially the question answer part. I liked the chess questions and just seeing how they thought about different scenarios and things. It was a really cool collab. I'm glad I could go over it, and I'm gonna find someone to raid. So yeah, I'm glad you guys agree. I'm gonna thank you, Blundergo, again for all of the support this stream. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. You are the legend. Let me just gonna pull up Marichess real quick while I try to find somebody to raid. All right, hold on just a second. After that long stream, my computer is melting. I think I can feel it. I can feel it. So we're gonna raid St. Louis Chess Club, I think. I know Tiberian loves raiding them. Marichess, yes, Marichess, Marichess, Sir X, Marichess. Say it with me, Marichess, Marichess. Do you want me to say it one more time? I'm just joking with you. All right. So wait, I think that's right. Let me just double check the name real quick. I'm a noob streamer. Not a pro. All right. So there we go. Okay. All right. I will I'll see you guys in I'm actually until Tiberian. I hope he's back. I hope he's back soon. But if he ever has a spot for me to fill, I'll be streaming again on this channel. All right, everyone, have a good time. Wait a second. Oh, am I still live? Because that's how glitchy my computer was. It's frozen. It's frozen. All right. Hopefully it unfreezes, guys. It's not allowing me to hit the raid button. It's like grayed out. That sucks. That sucks. Okay.